Welcome to the mind of Lancescurv, the most creatively profound man in cyberspace.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings, this is Tracy J. Who's this?
Tracy, this is Renegade. Good to hear your voice.
Hey, yeah! I talked to so many people in the chat, but I'm like, if only I knew what these people sound like.
Well, this is me. This is Ryan. Greetings from Berkeley, California. And
greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Ooh, okay. And it's just us on the line?
Yeah, because I was on here for a while, and then you came through, but yeah, I'm all the way on the East Coast. Yes, it's like 2:34 here.
Well, you know I'm from back that way. You know I'm from Philly. Where is Yvonne at?
Oh, Yvonne? I don't. Was she supposed to go? Hold on. Was anybody else supposed to go?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe it was just open for everybody, but when I signed in, I just got in, and I'm slow with the fingers, so it take me forever to get my hello out. Okay.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You are fine. I just really enjoy Lance's shows. They are very they're very informative. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Who's on the? Hi. Who's on the line?
Akabulan, man.
Oh, okay. This is Tracy J.
Okay. I see. I can hear your voice now and connect you to your name.
Right. See, it's a whole nother level, right? Once you hear the voice, it takes it to another level. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been listening to Brother Lance for quite some time, and I think he's one of the best out here.
Of course.
I haven't found anything else better. I haven't found anything else better.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree with Renee. I hope they don't take them down because you know how YouTube goes.
Yeah.
He made a whole lot of provisions just for us.
Right. That YouTube is getting obnoxious. They block a lot of my comments, and sometimes they take me down for 2 or 3 days and let me know when I can come back on and comment. But I've been noticing you can't hardly say anything any longer or they block you. You know what I mean?
And you know what? If you live in America, how do they say that we have the right of free speech? We don't, obviously. We haven't had free speech in years.
Exactly. Yeah. And now even some of the people with YouTube stations and channels, they got to say another word. They can't hardly cuss any longer. I mean, this thing is getting ridiculous. And then these illegal.
Well, you know what? That's okay because we need to clean up our speech.
Well, yeah, we can. But the thing is, the truth though, when we're speaking truth, they don't need to block that. Like they'll demonetize you. Like now, it's like they don't even worry about taking you off the channel. They'll just say, okay, we'll just demonetize you.
Okay.
And then they can get you off that way.
Okay. Well, see, I don't have a channel. All I do is comment, and they'll put something up on the screen saying that I violated hate rules when I make a comment sometimes. So I don't know what comes up on your screen, but that's what comes up on mine. Then they'll say you'll be able to comment again in 2 or 3 days. And then they count down the days where I can start back commenting, you see.
Oh, I was talking about content creators. They don't have to take them down necessarily anymore. They can just demonetize them. And then they'll go away they'll go away that way. Okay.
Yeah, it's beginning to be a trip out here. I don't think they're gonna take the brother down. My opinion, but you never know with these people.
Yeah, because it's like they want you to speak on certain things, like and have certain agendas. Like the stupid stuff, it stays up and it gets monetized.
Yeah, especially these Caucasians, they can say anything and nothing happens to them,
Right, right. But then when you try to speak truth, because truth does not sound, I tell people 9 times out of 10, when you hear truth, it's not going to come across as, it's not a feel good thing, because truth is truth. It's not supposed to make you feel good. It's not supposed to tickle your ears. It's not supposed to do any of that. It's true.
Right.
Don't want to.
That's what they don't like.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But my daddy always told me truth is a killer. And he never did tell me what that meant. So I said, well, Dad, what that really? He said, one day you'll find out. Now I know what it means. Like you just said, truth is a killer. They'll take you down if you speak the truth, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean you get killed, but your words is what they'll kill and don't want nobody else to listen and hear the truth. So that's a good point about that truth. They hate the truth for the truth to be told, okay, especially when it comes to our people. We so used to being lied to with this Christianity. I mean, this Christianity, my sisters, this thing it's out the pocket.
My whole thing with that is I did grow up in it, but like at this point, you don't know what to believe because scripture has been twisted so many times and they change stuff all the time. And it's like, I wonder what was being taught 200 and 300 years ago. I wonder what was being taught even 1,000 years ago. And to me, I'm not saying that just about Christianity. I'm talking about that's every religion. That's every. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you believe in. What was being taught a few hundred years ago? What was being taught 1,000 years ago about what you believe?
Right, because man wrote all those books: the Quran, the Bible, Judaism. All those books were written by man. Not no Allah, not no God, not Judah. All those books are man-made. Now, I did look up the oldest Bible in the world was from Ethiopia, okay, called the Coming Forth by Day. Erroneously called, they gave it a name, it's a negative name that they gave it, but it's really the Coming Forth by Day and Night, written by Africans. Is supposed to be the oldest Bible in the world. So
I did hear that.
Right.
They probably gonna shoot that down because number one, Ethiopia is a black country, so they probably gonna say, well, everything in that Bible is not true. They probably gonna say the same thing about that. I'm like, okay, so what's in the current Bible that's not true then?
Right. Okay. I just thought of that name. It's called the Book of the Dead. That's what the Caucasian called it, the Book of the Dead.
No. In anything that has to do with us, they always going. You already know they're gonna add a negative connotation to it. Anything that has to do with it.
That's why I thought of it. Yep. And so I researched it, and they did say that book is thousands of years old. Okay, and they admit that the book. It was written by man because I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all might not agree with me, but the black womb man is God. They put the black woman up on the pedestal. And the black womb, I call it the womb man because everything from a female, it comes from her womb. So that's why I know I don't believe that that's a false statement because the womb man birthed the world. The black womb man birthed the world. And that's why they got all these negative people out here. You got Cardi B, and you've got, what's the other one, Slutty Red. That's what I call her, Slutty Red. You got the other one, Megan the Horsebuck Stallion. So that's what they got our children looking at. Instead of us really realizing that the black woman is the queen, the empress, and the goddess of the world, okay? And
that part is true, yes. And anytime something needs to get done, she can create a way to have it done and be gracious about it and make it look good. On down to today, when you find one that's for real, she can take. It would take almost 3 men to do her job, and that's what I do.
Right.
And they don't give no kind of recognition. They give no recognition.
None. And the key word was create. y'all are the creators of the universe. And see, the white boy, they know this. They know this, y'all. Don't let them fool you. They know. Really, the white boy.
Will say,
yeah, he hates women.
With you.
Yeah, he hates women.
That is true too. Yeah.
Yeah, the Romans. If you look at their artwork, all they see is two men together or with little boys.
No. You see little boys. You don't see men. You see boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rarely come across a man these days. Come again?
Most of those statues are boys.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Males.
Yeah.
They're not grown men. They're boys.
Right. They're boys. Okay. And just look today, all that stuff at fruition. That's what they do. They dress with the little boys. And now they got our people doing the same doggone thing.
It is ugly. It is just ugly. It really is.
What do y'all think about what's up with this whole? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I ain't. Okay. What do y'all think about this whole culture of like feminizing men? Like I kind of see and it's scary. Like what is this whole thing with LGBTQ and feminizing the men and all this, even with the entertainers, they're trying to feminize, some of them are feminizing our young black men. You got men walking around with skinny jeans. You got men getting piercings and all this other stuff.
You talking about my boyfriend Usher? With his filter? I was like, no, say it ain't true. Say it ain't true.
Almost all of these men to me are effeminate. Like I have two older brothers, and I don't see them do some of the stuff that these young men are doing. I've never seen them wear skinny jeans. I've never seen them wear nail polish. Mm-hmm. I've never seen them with like the color pink on and all this other stuff.
Right.
No. You got to see this one. I see every other on Saturday. He is probably a 32 cup, and he will not put a shirt on, and he makes sure you see his nipples.
What?
Right.
And he got every bit of 8 inches, if not 7 inches of hair on his head, and he makes sure you see what he's carrying. Taking his hormones, getting ready.
What's wrong with that? People don't. I mean,
he sees.
And you got some women that are attracted to that mess. You got some women that are attracted to. I'm like, he doesn't even look like a man. He's like he's trying to be a woman. How are you attracted to that?
Right.
That's part of it. With the cleaning up, the clean speech.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning. Because it's not, you're inviting a whole lot of things mentally, and that's where everything starts, in the mind.
In the mind.
And not to be so grafting for somebody's quarter. They offering they offer you money to do these things. Then you have us, and I don't want to sound bad, want to go over to the Gothic. You see a lot of us trying to go over there, but they're drinking blood and having group sex.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Oh, but it's not with us. It's with them.
Right.
So they're benefiting. They're benefiting because eventually you come up missing, especially if you're not in touch with your family.
Right.
Oh yes.
They do some wicked things.
Now with Usher, my sister, he has been with T. Diddy, and he is gay. Usher is gay. I didn't know.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, I thought y'all knew.
I know.
This
I
is
know.
old news.
I know.
Yeah.
It is, and you know what? That money's not going in his pocket, and when he don't act right, they're gonna snatch every quarter from him.
Right.
Every quarter.
Right.
Just so like Kanye, they stripped Kanye. Yeah.
Right. They have to bow down. See, that's the Illuminati. Okay. And and what you call it? She made a comment about all that money they claim they have millions and millions. They don't own half of those mansions. All those mansions are rented out.
And most of that stuff, people see them with the clothes and the cars. Most of that stuff is given to them. The cars are probably rented out, but most of that stuff is given to them, like the clothes. They don't be buying those clothes. Those designers give them clothes.
Oh yeah, so they can mess up our young kids' mind with all those tight-fitted jeans, and now our women wearing see-through dress. To me, I just call it a stocking.
Oh. Well, as I heard, only the mothers at the church wear stockings these days. Nobody wears stockings. I guess I'm the mother of the church because I sure got them on.
Well, I'm talking about
another thing. Everybody,
women scrappers. I call them scrappers. That music needs to be scrapped. Y'all think these women are scrappers with those see-through dresses on? It ain't nothing but a
stocking.
Yes, because Lizzo, remember Lizzo wore one? I'm like, Lizzo? I don't.
Oh, she's definitely a bought slave. Yeah, she's a bought slave. All of them are bought slaves. Okay, let's keep this thing 1,000. They all bought slaves. See, I don't let that fool me, because I've seen videos, and these are legitimate videos of YouTube people. They show where grown women have their little girls dressed like Megan, Cardi B, and the other girl, Slutty Red, dancing, shaking their behind, twerking. These girls 3-4 years old, y'all. Lipstick on.
They also put makeup on. them, so they be putting makeup and eyelashes on them too.
And the grown women out there clapping and telling them to shake it. And that's what we are growing up with. These I call them skeezers and sluts. I ain't biting my tongue, because these so-called females today, I don't call them women or ladies. They females. Y'all know what a female dog is called. And that's what us black men got to look up to nowadays. It's hard being a black man with some of these females, because sister, they really think they mean.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're in a hard way. See, I'm old school. I don't know how old you sisters are, but I grew up in the 50s, my sister. I'm talking about 1950. I'll be 74 next month. So I know what I'm talking about. I grew up when ladies were ladies, when the girls wore dresses and penny loafers to school, no pants. Matter of fact, they couldn't even wear pants when I was in elementary school. No makeup, hair braided, looking good and beautiful. And we got along perfectly back then, you know. So this music, when I was coming up, music had a message to it. Now this garbage, all they want to do is the F word, the B word. But you see, they never talk about these Caucasian women, calling them B's and all that kind of carrying on. It's always our women.
Well, yep. And you know what? It's sad to say my generation was much later than yours. So, no, by the time I came along, those values were out of the window. I will be 43 in a week. So, and you, sir, are the same age as my father would have been. My father was born in 1950, but he passed 10 years ago, so he would have been 74 this month. But, yes.
Wow.
By the time my generation came along, it was already going downhill.
Ain't this something? Man, man.
It's bad.
And now the teachers, they dress like the other students. Remember when I was coming up, they had suits and ties. The lady teachers were dressed to the T. And I went to a ball game. My son, he's a coach. Sisters, do you know they got males dressed up like women on the cheerleading team?
Now, see, I thought I'd never see that. That is crazy. That's crazy. Men, cheerleader men.
Cheer with the wigs on, the makeup, and they all black.
See, I think that's an epidemic in the black community. We have an epidemic of gay men, and it's sad because that's probably why I'm still single. Being in this age group, I should have been married years ago, but I feel like in my generation, as far as decent men, you know, they're out there, but I just have a hard time.
Yeah, well, where do you live, New York?
No, I live in North Carolina.
Okay, where the other sister live? Well, I didn't get your name, my sister. What was your name?
Oh, I'm Renee Green. I'm over here at UC Berkeley. I'm in Berkeley, California, by way of Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah.
And allow me to tell you.
Yeah. Oh well, when you're in
rough.
California, you already know what's going on with the males down there.
It's big burly men that got them long dresses on.
What?
They call them broomstick dresses. Yeah, with T-shirts on and purses and the sandals. Okay.
What?
I see him every Tuesday. Fortunate. Oh, let me tell you about the little. No, this is one of the pink parasites. Now the little black ones. I'm talking about tire rubber black, just outright fine, and they someplace else. They else. They with each other. I mean, I just haven't seen nothing that good looking in a long time.
Wow.
And that's the problem too. The men that are good looking and decent, you already know it's a high chance that they're what they don't want you. They want another man.
Right.
It's very clear. You will look.
That starts from the penitentiary. A lot of those males been in the penitentiary. They stroking those men in the pen, and then when they get out, they don't let the female know that they go that route. That's why you see that with these men with men, because a man that's been in the pen, he already knows the feeling that another man has for him. He just used the woman as a scapegoat, but inside he really wants that male, and that's why you see a lot of that. You understand me? Because my cousin, she's a warden, and he tells the whole shoot about what's going on in the prison with these young, especially these young black so-called gangsters. He said when they go in prison for them, they start crying like bees because they know what's going to happen to them.
Oh, so
wow. Yeah. Okay.
They at the supermarket behind, not even behind the dumpsters, but just in the back of the market, and they sucking them off.
You kidding me?
I kid you not.
Oh.
I kid you not. Male and male.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, three of them were my brothers.
Oh,
I didn't like that. I didn't like it. And one was so bad, he did time. He had to get out of town several times. The judge ordered that one. He did food stamp fraud. I guess he sold you and Tracy some stamps. And when it didn't go well, the morning they ain't had no money, they came to the front door, threw him in the street, beat him, and paralyzed him.
Oh,
and that was one that was running around, paralyzed him. Yeah. Beat him down in the street. So this little thing is bad. The children, the pink ones, they're running around with purple hair and their lips all pushed up, and you see the other children away from them. And this is what they're doing. You're seeing their two daddies walk them to the bus stop. It's sad. It's sad. They there, but they're away from the rest of the children that don't want to be bothered. Most of them I see don't have nobody with them except for who drop them off and who pick them up. And it's usually two of the same sex. And I did see some of our little boys, I guess foster children, riding on the back of the bicycle with them with dresses on. About 7, 8 years old. They got them.
And they're letting them decide that young, too. They're letting them decide that young. Like if they want to be a male. I mean, I'm serious. They're letting them decide young. You don't have 7 and 8.
You don't have a choice. You don't know. All you're doing is what you see. You might be 40 by the time you figure out there's another sex. So they grabbing them very young.
Yeah.
Very young.
That's why they're promoting it.
And one thing that I'm scared of are the Asians. I am terrified of them. The Asians.
Oh, do you know they own a lot of schools here in America, the Asians. The Chinese. They own
land too. They own a lot of land too.
Right. Right here in America, they own a lot of the schools.
About 5'2", And them little lace-up shoes and the pants and the hair all done up, all with the curls going straight back. They standing there looking like the perfect faggot with their lips all pushed up with mohair sweaters on. Okay? Be careful of the mothers and the older ones, because I got one behind me and I'm scared to death of her.
Is she black?
I wouldn't. No, Vietnamese. Every time I see them, they got two that I know of, Jaguars. Nice other cars, and they always trying to have something to say to me. I'm invited here, I'm invited there, I don't go. Other family come up from Vietnam, they can't get a hold of me. I guess I get away real good. But I am scared of them. The older lady's nose just as broad as mine. Always bearing gifts. I don't want your gifts. Please get away from me.
Oh, wow.
See, if you take it, man, you owe them something.
They try
right.
to do
That wouldn't even make it in my house. I would put it in the dumpster or in the trash can outside my house. I wouldn't even take that in my house. Oh, no.
Calculating. Very calculating.
This is unbelievable.
I'll video some of it for you tomorrow. I done seen and believe. Now, sometimes the Mexicans, they seem to be, we might be in a store together and they'll come and ask, is this lady's shoes or like sneakers or jeans? They don't want to be caught with none of that on, but it doesn't mean that they're not.
Right.
They get up and swing a jackhammer. But give them a little time. I just left Home Depot. They might have been about 43 deep waiting to work. Give them some time to get situated. But even 30 years ago, I saw the Asians.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Their little...
Me too. Well, I saw them longer than that. Like I said, I'm 74. Back in 1956, they had 5 and 10 cent stores, and all the Asians owned them back in 56. They call them 5 and 10 cent stores, but all that cheap stuff from China. So they've been taking care of business for a long time.
But you know what? A lot of them that you see now in their 40s, they can't read. They're the parents they're the children.
Right.
That they done brung them over here. A lot of them can't read.
Right.
They're very desperate. And I think I told this story before. This was in Oakland, not too far from the Greyhound bus station, and my car was down. And I take this little hour or 2 hour walk. And it was during the rain, probably around this time, the rainy season. I wore this little red hood. I'm not very tall, 5'4". And it's just me. And I see this mommy van and this lady across the street, and I get on the other side of the street. Some time went past, and I kind of forgot about it, and I got T-boned. On my right-hand side, a female came, and on the left, simultaneously, they crossed in front of me. In my mind, they was going to take me.
Oh, wow.
He didn't even look real. Oh, and I missed some of it last night when they was talking, when the conversation went on about the aliens and the UFOs. Here again in Oakland, which is not far from Berkeley, it's in walking distance. I was on Market Street waiting for a ride to go pick my car up. This pink person came to me, and this is true. This part about the underground living out there, she was talking about the military base. And she told me that they have creatures down there and that some of us are not allowed to leave. And she and her mother is one. They force them to have sex with these aliens and reproduce. I wanted to get on the line. And, well, we have the Army base, the Navy base, Army, Navy.
And see, they always encourage you to join the Army and Navy and all that. They're always doing that.
She told me about the underground labs down there. And this had to be, And then one time, this is still close. It's a place called Fremont, California, in Union City, California. And my husband was on his way to work. And he came and he told me, he said, well, guess what I saw? I said, you be quiet and try not to repeat that. He said, in the far right, and this is about 4 a.m, he saw a spaceship with little people getting on it. Okay? Years later, I'm down in Oakland near one of the Army bases, getting ready to get on the freeway. If you come at 5:30, you miss it. 5 o'clock, you see it. You got to see all the Asians come in on the containers. They had all of these tables out with their paperwork. You've seen all them big red, white, and blue bags. They just got here. And that's how they was bringing them in. Sunday morning at 5. That's how a lot of the Asians got here. And they stay in rooms, not whole families. Over top of cleaners. In tenements that possibly not working well. And I think some of them can't cash their own check. Somebody else cashes it for them, very much like the Indians do. The Indians, you'll see them 3 and 5 deep, and they are with each other, okay? The other ones is to watch each other. All of the men are sleeping together. They look strange in them flip-flops and jeans. Yes, you got it right. I'm paying attention. And I used to see that. I used to see that in Philadelphia with the Indians a lot. And you just kind of look, and then years later, I found out what was going on. So it's really, really is sad to see, but it's here. It's almost like every person for himself, and I hate to say it, may God help you all. If you don't have no sense right now, you will not have any. If you can't readjust your thoughts, it's almost to the point where you cannot reach back and help nobody. You can't. You can't help nobody because you don't know.
And it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because we're going right now. I'm trying to learn different skills because right now we're going into the age of automation where you're going to see a lot of jobs, especially service jobs like cashier. Those service jobs will not be here. They already got hotels now that don't have tenants. They got fast food that you can walk in with no tenant. They got stores that have no cashier. They have this here in Raleigh. In Raleigh, there's a store that you go in the store, there's no cashier. You go around, you get your cart, you shop for your stuff. You go to the checkout, you checking yourself out, and you scan your card and get your receipt, and you walk out the store. The only employee that's in the store is the person that stocks the shelves. That's it.
Yeah, they got them here in Ohio where it's self-checkouts. A lot of them are coming up. So this is formatting right now, right in front of our eyes. You understand that's why this artificial intelligence thing is real. A lot of people think it ain't real, but
it is.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a code that we're gonna have to use in order to use it for everything. You watch what I tell you. A code or a chip that's coming next.
It's believable. It is believable.
Yeah.
It is believable.
Right. Now, a lot of people will not be. I believe that the college degree is going to be obsolete. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm 74. I got to try to talk. You don't cook out for me what I'm saying. But can I ask y'all ladies a question?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me this. I want an honest opinion. Do most black women, do they hate black men? I want an honest opinion.
The bitter ones, yes. The unhealthy ones, yes.
Okay. The who? The unhealthy?
The unhealthy and bitter ones, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because
and there's a lot of them. I would say if I had to do a percentage, about 80% of black women are bitter and unhealthy. About 80%.
How many?
80.
80?
Yep.
Good God Almighty.
And I'm telling you that as a black woman, yes.
That's why I asked.
And I got a lot of them in my family, so yes.
Man, this is unbelievable. I say, what is wrong with these women? And I ain't bragging on myself, sisters. My daddy taught me how to dress, how to take care of myself, shoes shine, car clean. I got a crib I keep clean. I cook. I don't go out to eat none of this garbage. But I had a couple of ladies came over, and they just was looking around like, how is he living like this? And they don't even speak to me no more.
Now, so I don't know what Renee thinks, but I say about 80. Her number might be lower, but my number, I'm going to say 80. From what I see and from what I have in my family and from what I see in my area, I'm going to say 80.
Well, my family is jacked up too now. Mine's is jacked up. Trust what I tell you. Whatever you say to them ain't going to make no sense. It's not going to make no kind of sense.
So what us real straight men, what are we supposed to do? I mean, wait for our artificial female.
I don't think you got to put your life on hold, but it's always going to be one for you. You might have to clean her up a little bit and send her to school, but it's always going to be one.
Yeah, Renee said it. She's going to have a little bit of baggage, but like I said, 80% of them, you might as well just turn your head the other way. And I'm telling you, I'm being honest.
I know.
They have some deep-seated issues. They never got therapy. They never got help for what they went through, and they're going to blame you. And then if you want a certain type of female and they don't fit that description, they're going to blame you for that. Then they're going to also blame you for being broke and all this other stuff. Some stuff that they could do themselves and that they could get themselves out of, they're going to blame you for it.
You'll never be able to do enough for them, ever.
Right.
Ever. Now that the head is patches and bald, they want to weave. They want to sew. Then they want nails all day. Then they don't want to cook. Then they want to order out. Oh, then this car ain't good enough. Okay? They don't have minds of their own. Okay? They don't have a mind.
You gonna have women. These women work in the service industry, don't even make $30,000 a year, but they gonna tell you you need to make six figures. You need to be a 6-figure man. You need to be over 6 feet tall.
Right. Yeah, I see those videos.
Right. And my thing is, you don't qualify for that man. Y'all, the women out here talking about they want this 6-figure and high value and all this other, they don't qualify for those men, and they are lying to you when they tell you they only seek out those men, because half of them so desperate. If a man walked up to them making $40,000, she gonna take him. Renee said she gonna take him. She lonely. She gonna take him. She gonna take him.
Before the pandemic was here, this was hilarious. I call them ho-ho shoes. You would see the girls going to church with these stilettos on, and they had the guys propped up, and you can tell he's still doing the prison march where he came from. Okay?
She said they had to what now?
They just got any old thing just for the show.
Right. Just
long as they going back up. And you know what that video Lance put up the other day? I think it was about dysfunctional women. I don't know what happened, but I think. Okay, me too. I didn't have no sound. I thought it was just me.
I want to be able to listen to that, because that's true. These women out here hollering about this 6-figure. No, they would get a piece of man if a half a man turned their way and say, "Hey, I want to be with you." They're gonna be with them.
And another thing too, the porn. They're not sitting on the bus stops no more. These girls, these little girls, undeveloped children, are out here making the buck and ruining themselves. And I see, I'm telling you the truth. Right now, it's a little overcast and cool, and a little bit, I'm going to shoot some videos. And I go to San Francisco once a month. It is horrible. You see them doing drugs, shooting up with needles. I'm sitting in the car. I had got it. San Francisco, like Powell Street. I'll get the exact addresses. The drug scene is awful. They're in front of the police station doing drugs. They at farmers market doing drugs.
What little girls?
Say it again, please.
What little girls?
Oh, they're out here prostituting. Miss Kiwi. Okay? They out here. And it's sad. And they were all broke down men. One little girl, I grabbed her. I said, girl, I've been looking for you all day. Come on home now. I ain't even know that little girl. So you ain't got no business with that old man. Get your tail up here now. Okay? You need groceries? I'll buy you some. Okay? I don't have a lot of money, but I can take you over here and get you a few things. Okay? You need to eat, you let me know. You don't sit here and throw yourself away like that.
But see, these pimps, mothers are prostitutes.
They don't have pimps anymore. They don't have pimps anymore. They get on the phone and they hear these things and it sounds good. Because they don't have no values, no structure, no morals, no principles. This stuff sounds good. You gonna give me this amount of money to do this or to feel on me? No. I got one now. She just had a baby a week ago. I said, honey, we got to make it to graduation at least. Okay? I'll do what I can do for you to help you. In labor for 3 days. I ain't seen the baby daddy yet.
You ain't gonna see it. This is unbelievable. I didn't know it was that terrible over here, y'all. Really, I didn't.
And I don't get out. Okay? This is to and from doing what I need to get done. I don't get out.
Damn.
No. It's bad. I'm getting ready to order me some books and sit up under the light until it get dark and then read in the moonlight. Going outside is rough.
I don't watch TV no more either. TV is dangerous too because they put trash on there now. I don't even have a TV service.
Yeah. It's been 6 years.
It is.
I call it hella light vision. Nothing but a bunch.
Let me tell you this one. You can
messing up your picture.
You can walk outside here and find TVs in the street, plug them in, and they work. Okay? Yeah. I done picked up 2 off the street, flat screens. And I plugged them in, they work, but I haven't had them on since. I'm waiting for my sister to come get them.
Yeah.
I have one flat screen TV. Yeah, I have one flat screen TV. Y'all know what I use it for? I work from home some days, and I'll hook it up to my laptop and use it as a second screen, but I don't watch it. I use it as a second computer screen. That's what I use my flat screen TV for.
Right.
Things are changing, not monthly, not yearly, but moment by moment. Things are changing.
Right.
And it's scary. And that includes you too, forget how to pronounce your name, brother. We have to make adjustments to it. Say it once again, please.
Al-Kabulan. That's the original name of Africa.
Al-Kabulan.
Mother Nature. And, yeah.
I remember seeing your name quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, like I say, I'll be around on the good sites, not none of this old gossip garbage. You understand? But it's a few good sites out here. But I think Lance is the only one who really gives you a chance to talk. He's the only one that reads your comments. The other people just be going through just garbage, really. You understand?
Trash.
Really,
just trash.
I'm getting tired of listening to this black man, black woman bullshit too, because that's all you hear now. And what's the guy that did all that talking? The comedian, the little short dude.
Oh, Hart.
Oh, sorry.
Little short
I was saying
dude.
Kevin Hart.
No,
Kevin
not
Hart.
you.
Did you say Cat Williams, Tracy?
I said Cat Williams, yes.
They still talking about this clown. P. Diddy, they still talking about this clown. Then you got T.D. Smith.
All of those are distractions.
Right.
All of those distractions.
They plants.
And yes. That they are. Well, we should be busy focusing on what Tracy's saying, up-leveling, learning a new skill, and maybe even learning the old skills. like having a hatchet.
They go. You know what? I believe
Sharpening
in Agenda 2030. Right, Renee. I believe in Agenda 2030 when automation gonna be here full swing, and you ain't gonna be able to go out and buy and get cashier at Target and Walmart because those jobs won't exist.
Right.
The time to learn something is now. The time to learn something is now, so you can be ahead of the curve when automation comes. Because once automation comes, you're only gonna have this is the jobs that are gonna exist once automation comes in. You're gonna either be in IT. You're going to either be in a medical field, and I'm not talking about no butt wiper either. You're not going to be that. You're going to be in a medical field in mid-level management, or you're going to be in the blue-collar field when you're working with your hands. How many people how many people on this planet, especially women, going to be able to do something in those three categories? If you don't learn
first of all, I'm not doing it because I'm too cute for that. They won't even work now.
Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is those are going to be your choices with these people that working these service jobs, don't have no skill, don't have no type of nothing to fall back on. Those are going to be the choices. Those are going to be the choices. If you want to be employed, that's going to be your choices.
Or get your own. I think it's time for black people to get their own anyway, instead of working for somebody else, because ain't nobody
black folks ain't trying to own no business. Black folks don't want to own no business. That's too much work. That's too much work.
All nail shops for us should not have been there. All hair shops for us should not have been there. We should have learned how to scrub a potato and cook that. We should learn how to clean our homes and keep them as such. That was a good time to clean and detox and purge and figure out, what am I going to do? That's a good time to bring all your children home. Tracy, you flow. It's already here. It's here.
So what I'm just saying, it's really gonna come. Like, you're gonna walk in the grocery store one day, you won't see no cashiers. Like right now, you see like maybe 3 or 4 cashiers and the rest checkout lines. You're going to walk in one day now, and all of them are going to be self-checkout.
Same with the banks. You don't have a lot of bank tellers no more. 2 or 3 at the max.
If
There's a credit union here in Raleigh. There's a credit union here in Raleigh, and you walk in, and you walk into an ATM machine, and the teller comes up on the screen, and you do the transaction that way.
Wow.
An AI teller, and not even a real person, an AI. An avatar. An avatar comes up on the screen, and that's how you do your banking.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I'm glad I called in. Because none of this stuff is
just like Renee said, automation. Just like Renee said, automation is already here, but it's going to be really prevalent by 2030. It's going to be it's going to be in your face, like in your face.
Yep, that's just.
Well, what do you think about the Tesla cars that stopped running because it was too cold?
Oh,
and that's another thing. They're still trying to perfect the self-driving vehicle, because once they perfect that, taxi drivers won't have a job. And then that's going to move over into truck drivers. They probably won't have a job, because once they perfect it with the car, they're going to move on to the truck.
Right. But
there won't be no need for public transportation, because if you could. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell y'all this in closing. I got a call. Do y'all know it's an African dude, young brother? I think it's his early 20s. He has invented an electric car that does not have to be plugged in. Okay, and he also invented an electric helicopter. See, this stuff ain't on the news. This is in Africa. So, thinking about going to Africa too. That might be my best stop to take. You understand? Yeah, that's a young black dude. Lights, your machine, washing machine, all that will not need any electric cords. It'll run automatically off itself. See, they ain't putting that on there, but put something on there about basketball, baseball, football. It's worldwide. But
if he don't want to sell, he going.
Are y'all going to be on the show later on? Lancescurv?
I'm not sure what he's going to do. I'll try to be. I'm not sure what time he's going to do a show later on. He might just do a recording, but if he does, I'll try to be on it.
Okay. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Okay, delightful talking to you.
Same here.
Okay, good day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this automation thing. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, we are sitting in something uncharted.
Yes. Yes.
We in something that we was laughing when you was listening to Grandma and Grandpa and all the aunts talk about, oh, how hard it is and bad times. We are in it. It's already manifested. It's already manifested. And I keep telling people, especially with these jobs and everything, I'm like, this is the time out the way. And like you said, learn those household skills. You're going to need those. You're going to need to know how. It's a lot. You can't even tell these children nothing. You're gonna need to know how to make your own clothing. Okay? We ain't even got to make your own clothing.
Because you ain't gonna be able to buy nothing. Because your butt don't want to learn a new skill. Because so you won't have what you need to move society forward. Because like just say, if you don't have the skill to self-sustain, you need to either get a job in one of those three fields. Because you can't self-sustain, and a lot of people can't do that.
And it's not going to be. It's not. From what I hear, they making concentration camps for us and other places to live in. They already have the projects that says that, or apartment buildings that they do for low income. This building has chemicals or materials known to cause birth defects. Okay.
Have you ever heard of UBI?
No.
Do you know what UBI stands for? UBI stands for universal. UBI is a form of welfare. It stands for universal basic income, and what that means is, what I'm thinking. I'm not saying this is for sure, but what I'm thinking is with this automation, everybody's not going to have a job. It's not going to be possible. Everybody's not going to have the skills to have a job in those three sectors that I mentioned earlier. Everybody's not going to have a job. So what they'll do is you'll get a universal basic income, which is the government will say, okay, this is how old you are. This is how much money you need to survive off of every month. And they're going to give you this money. But then the trade-off is, I'm going to give you this money, but this is where you're going to live. This is what you're going to eat. This is what I require you to do in order to keep getting this money. Just the same thing they do with welfare. You got to do certain things to keep getting that money every month. I think UBI is going to be set up the same way. You're going to have to meet certain criteria. You're going to have to do certain things to keep getting that money every single month from the government.
I don't know why I didn't just do this and have it. The homeless is awful.
Yeah.
It's right now. I missed the show because I was out. It was awful. It's been raining. It's been cold. It's been wet. And my people is walking around like Don King with their hair stuck up on their head in the wet grass with their wet clothes and all of their machinery and trash just everywhere. It's awful. They have nowhere. There are loads of abandoned buildings. There's loads of businesses that's closed. You might have one open business on one block on both sides. One. Every time you look, it's something else shut down. And my people are not getting it. There's warehouses here. There's warehouses that they can put in and buy and do dorm style. Just enough to get in. Families. It's too bad to be sleeping out in the street like that. It really is.
And why are they not thinking about what could be done with those warehouses? Like, they don't walk by and think, okay, why is that empty for so long? What are they planning on doing with that?
One more thing, too, and this is like near one of the, what you call them? The rail systems, not the trolley cars, but the ones that go underground. I don't know what it's called.
Subways. Maybe a subway. Yeah.
Close to some of the subways, they have these warehouses, and they're boarded up. And once they take them boards off, inside is fabulous. And that's how they living. And that's how they living. Other people, not us. Other people.
Well, of course not us.
No, we just out in the street. We on top of the grass with the rats running underneath you. Okay.
Not learning nothing. And I try to tell my nieces and nephews, I'm like, be mindful of, if you plan on going to college, be mindful of what you're majoring in. Don't major in, gone are the days where you can major in a useless degree and still get a job, because automation is going to disappoint you. You're not going to be able to do that. Learn something.
The girls ain't thinking about nothing but selling tail.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
They too cute to work, even at the post office, okay, for the time being. Go to school, they're not going. I have nieces, and one has 5 children, set of twins and 3 others. Girl, valedictorian. They asked her what college you want to go to. She out there doing that. Well, she don't even have to. Another one, she's in Baltimore at Johns Hopkins, Dr. Jasmine Turner. She decided that she ain't doing that no more, which is okay. Her bill has already been paid for. Her father paid for that. But they're making very bad decisions and bad choices. And their choices and mates are not good at all. It's not. And one thing I'm seeing, these young children, maybe early 20s, even 30s, they have this look. When you see them, you can't even see their eyes. You can just see empty. Just empty.
Oh,
there
wow.
is no connection there. I'm noticing it with a lot of them. I'm noticing it with, I'm noticing it with the pink children and the adults. They have a look that you can't make no kind of connection with. Something scared me so bad. I am not scary, but a pink person walked past me, and you can almost see through them. I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
And remember, I'm up here near Stanford Research Hospital. I'm over close to University of Berkeley, a test station. You don't know what they got out here. You don't know. And a lot of the males are not interested. I had one try to pick me up. I had to hold my head down and suck on my tongue. I told him I had a husband. He looked at me. He said, I still want to get to know you. I almost told him. I almost told him what I was thinking. I don't do prison dick. Okay, please go.
Oh, goodness.
And another thing, and Tracy, stop. And another thing, you can't even fight. Look at that long scar you got up on your face. How you going to help me? And another thing, too, didn't I see you with Miss Piggy about a year ago? And you think I'm going to lay up behind that? You out your last mind, if not your first. Boll Weevil looking for a home. That's all it is.
Because Miss Piggy supported you when you was in the pen. That's who kept sending you that money to get that commissary.
Oh, you can even speak. Big, fat, and sloppy. Okay?
Right.
And the Mexicans, they just want their little paperwork because they already have family over there.
Right.
They just using you. And Lance ain't no kind of good. I'll tell you what. I can't remember the video, but it was on White Folks and No Behind. Every time I turn around, I'm looking. So
I need to find
it is hilarious. No, you don't, because after you can be a butt watcher after that. You can be like, yup, they white, they ain't got no butt. You're going to say, I'm questionable. You're going to just, when they walk past you, you're going to turn around and look. Also, what I'm noticing with the young boys, males, like under 30, another guy will walk there, face each other, and he'll turn around and look at the other one. That just scared me. He's checking him out. I don't know the language, But I think that's like, I like what I see. I want to smack the pea-walking crap out of them. Okay. Now, this other one whose wrist is all the way, not broke, but break, I want to tell him what you need to do is slow down just a little bit and father at least 2 children, and you can go back and then you done did what you could do. Okay, you need to at least do that. Wow. Reach him. There is no there. Just look. It's not just here because this has some of everything over here. North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica. Everything is here, and everything is worldwide. The men, they don't do like back east. They don't speak. They don't say hi, man. They don't help you with your groceries. If anything, you holding the door for them. They don't do that. I know when I'm in Philly because the homosexuals start helping me with my luggage.
Oh,
they ain't gonna do it here. They too busy with their behinds tooted in the air trying to be seen. Or they on a cocktail of meds. And they still got that life. These little boys, they're thinking that this is their car. Baby, you're not old enough. He's allowing you to drive his car for favors with him sitting on the other seat in the passenger seat. And they all puffed up about that. There's a few of them I explained to. You have to sign paperwork. You have to take a driver's test, okay, to have a car. It's not yours. Well, he let me drive it. They don't understand that. They don't understand. One, I said, well, you got a chance. You go down there and you find you a nice young lady that don't have no lashes. And I want to try to do something.
I hate that.
And y'all, girl, they gonna be blind soon. You keep on putting that mink up in your eye or whatever it is in there on a regular basis, a way of life. That's not going to be good for you. And that little bit of money right there.
Most of them don't have eye problems because don't you still have to use that little glue and that adhesive, even if you don't use the glue anymore, that adhesive, like don't that do something to your eyelid and your eye over time?
I would say yes. See, they always got something. Because now that you all look like patches, bald-headed, now they're going for the eyes. They can't figure it out. Some people have even lost fingers, tips behind the nails, and you're still doing it. You
Why
can't
not
figure it out.
maintain what God gave you? Why not, okay, instead of makeup, because makeup is in there too. Makeup messes up your skin too. Why not have a skincare regimen so that way you don't have to wear makeup? Why not take care of your hair so it can grow healthy, eat the right things, and, have a proper hair care regimen so you can have long hair and you don't have to wear the weave? Why not grow your own nails? Put the stuff on there that makes your nails grow. Make sure you have a healthy diet. Make sure you're drinking water and all this other stuff. That way you don't have to go get your nails done because you got your own nails. Like, what's wrong with that?
Can't figure it out. And you can't talk to them. You'll make yourself sick. By the time you get upset, you be ready to stroke out behind them, and they still doing what they want to do.
Y'all gonna be walking around here blind and bald-headed. Y'all be walking around here blind and bald-headed because y'all want to look pretty. No.
That's part of it, to destroy you, to make you ugly. That's what it's all about. Not girl watching and no homo, but we got some nice looking females out here with some jacked up attitudes. But nonetheless, yeah, the priorities are very wrong. They're set wrong. Just because you have
the lashes, I call the real long ones, the real long lashes. I call them faloopa-loops.
I call them snuffleupagus, but they call them butterfly lashes.
I call them faloopa-loops.
I'm like, I got it.
Like, no one's lashes is that long naturally. Like, nobody's. And men tell them over and over, we don't like lashes. We don't like lashes. We don't like weave. Y'all still wearing the weave and the lashes.
They doing it for each other. They don't even have a weave anymore. They got this little stuff that you glue on. Okay, you got to glue it on the head. You got to make a tic-tac-toe.
I'm not gluing my skin. No.
Because you want to look like other people. You say maybe the crown of your head is no hair there, so they're gonna do some of the YouTube videos. I'm seeing them creating plaits to put in your hair to stitch it on, and then they have something that they glue it on.
So I can't even have my own plaits now?
You ain't got no hair, so what plait you gonna have? It's bald, just as bald as your forehead. You might got 2 or 3 strings sticking.
They have all types of stuff on. They have all types of natural hair care stuff on the market to grow your own hair. Why are they going through this? But you know what? Like I said earlier in the chat, instant gratification. They want long hair now. They want healthy nails now. They want clear skin now. They don't want to, do the work to get those things. They don't want to, research and see what works for their skin or their hair. They want it now. So that's the purpose of the weave, the eyelashes, the makeup, the nails, that instant gratification. Because if I get this, I look good now. My hair is long now. My nails are long now. I don't want to put in the work with what God gave me to maintain it so I can have it naturally. I want it now.
That's true. It's the whole truth. It's the whole truth. And they have a real bad attitude, me first. Me first.
The bad attitude, that could be fixed with therapy, but, black people, we don't want to do therapy. So, there goes that, because a lot of them have this childhood trauma, mama, daddy trauma, trauma with the baby daddy, all this stuff. They don't want to go to therapy to get rid of that bad attitude. They don't want to do, they don't want to do that.
There's a whole lot there's an array of therapy. If you quiet, if you shut your mouth up, you can listen to a program and say, Tracy, stop laughing. You can listen to a program and say, I need to work on this one. You listen and you'll hear other people. If you go visit some of your family and you see how they living or hear some of the conversation, you be like, I'm going to go home and cook today. Okay? They won't listen.
The reason why I'm laughing is because I agree with you. The thing is, you don't want to find out why you have the bad attitude. Because a lot of these women, you walking around, you wondering why you always got a chip on your shoulder. You always got this attitude. You always look hateful. Your face look, like you were baptized in pickle juice. All this other stuff. Mm-hmm. You need to find out why you got an attitude. You don't even want to know why you got an attitude.
Maybe if you get up before 2:00 and take a walk around the block, you might feel better. Okay? Maybe if you get up about 5:30.
I'm always up at like 6, 7 a.m. I can't do 2:00. Most of the day is gone. 2:00.
You eating dinner at 10:00?
You don't need to eat nothing after 7:30, 8 o'clock. That needs to be 7:30. Needs to be your last meal. 7:30. That's it.
And you can find somebody your senior and talk to them. They may talk to other people, but at that point, all you're trying to do is get your situation situated. If you can afford other therapy, but along with that comes meds, because that's how they make their money. Not from talking to you, but prescriptions. There's a whole lot of ways it can be done. You can take the prescription. Don't mean you can accept it. That don't mean you have to take it. Okay?
Right.
And when you get finished, you find out you really don't have a problem.
You just need to. Like over half of them just need to talk some stuff out. Like over half of them really do just need to talk some stuff out.
Some of them need to go to heck home. Because you ain't ready to be outside. You ain't even ready to be away from home. Okay?
It's just sad. It's so sad. But like I said, they'll carry this attitude for like life. It seems like they'll have this attitude for life. And then when somebody else point out your attitude and say, hey, you have an attitude, especially a man, You gonna get all defensive. You ready to fight then. I don't have no, you do have attitude. Everybody tell you.
They don't know the definition and the meaning of it. They don't take the time to do it, to look it up. Strange words they hear. Remember, write it down the best way you can and then go look it up. They won't do it. Anything that's going to make them a better individual, they're not for the game. They're not for cleaning their car out. They're not for cleaning their bodies. They're not for a clean home. Their idea is once all of the clothes is dirty, throw them out and go get some more. That pandemic, you could have, with the money you was receiving during the pandemic, not you, but some people, they could have brought a home.
I received $0 because I didn't lose my job during the pandemic, so I received $0 because I ain't lose my job during the pandemic either. I didn't get no money, and my thing is the pandemic. Some of these ladies, some of these ladies with the, if you add up the money with the pandemic, the unemployment, and the stimulus, some of these people got $80,000 that year. Some of these people got $80,000.
I think you could have figured out how to purchase a home or fix her up, or maybe go to your parents' house and add an addition.
No, because as soon as I got that PPP loan money, I partied with that. I went to Vegas. I went to the casino. I bought, 3 new wigs. I had my lashes and my nails done, and that money was gone in like 7 or 8 months. And then I was sitting up here crying because I'm like, I need more money. And then I was mad when they discontinued the unemployment because, y'all taking away my weave and eyelash and nail money. You taking away my going out money. You taking away my girls trip money. So no, I'm not. No, I won't gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I never had this kind of money before. I'm not used to having anything. So I'm gonna party with this money. I'm not gonna take no ideal. I'm not gonna turn nothing into no business. You crazy? No, I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. That's the mindset, though.
I can't. I don't have the know-how. I'm very patient, but I have lost all my patience with these people, even with family. I done lost it. I can't do it. Not that I can't. I'm not going to. I'm not going to risk my health for you. May it be my mental well-being. May it be my physical health. I'm not going to be all balled up in the lather because I want better for you. I know when I've been beat, it's time to walk away. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it real clear. I'm seeing people, strokes, heart attacks, other things happen to them. I'm seeing people lose their mind. And I'm like, well, you know what? You better walk away. If you can't figure out how to walk away, you better rock until you get to the corner. And when you get there, you're supposed to take off. They aren't supposed to know which way you went. I sleep much better. And I don't know where all of these, what's the lady named Bond? I think it's Tracy Bond.
Tracy Bond, yeah, Tracy Bond, yes. Yes. She is also.
She's speaking on some deep stuff.
She's awesome.
She's speaking.
I look forward to Fridays.
Oh, that's her. She's Friday, huh?
I think she's Friday and Saturday because she did one last one, yeah, but she goes very deep. I'm like, she say something that never even came across my mind. And I thought I was deep. I'm nowhere near as deep as she is, so yes.
Well, Tracy, I listen. I got to keep my mouth shut because I don't know enough, okay? I can't even type. I listen. I can listen, and sometimes I can play it again. I can. You'd be really surprised how much you hear in your sleep. Because most of the time I fall asleep and I wake up, I play it again, and a couple of days later, I'm like, I remember hearing this in my sleep. You still hear things in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
She's hitting some stuff it's now, but it's futuristic that's happening.
Yes.
Mental illness.
That's like half the battle. To me, that's like when you look at the Black community, 70% of our problems would be solved if we addressed our mental illness issue, our mental issues. If we were healthy people on a mental level, if we were healthy on a mental level, 70% of our problems would be gone.
I'm not going to say no. But that's some serious stuff. You being misdiagnosed. You're not being, your treatment is not complete. There's something else that's still missing. And quite frankly, I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
With good reason. Didn't used to be, but today, yes. You don't know what kind of meds these folks are on. You don't know exactly what their problems are. You know, you walk past and somebody to be and chopped your head up like a head of cabbage, and you don't even know why.
And some of them, you can't even make eye contact because they find that offensive. I'm like, since when is eye contact offensive? But apparently it is.
Yes, it is. I've had that too. So you don't know. We are in some perilous times. We really are. Very unpredictable. Don't know. Before we probably, I know how to go to the discount store and pick up groceries, or I have some things in my yard, or I can go to the secondhand store and pick up this, that, and the third. Baby, all of that stuff is shut down. What are you going to do?
What?
You can't even find thread to sew with. And these immigrants that's going to come over here, that are here, they probably have some skills.
They got those self-sustaining skills that they got those self-sustaining skills that you don't have. I know that. Because they had no choice but to make their own clothes and grow their own food and stuff like that. You don't know how to do that. You've always ran out to the store and got all that. But when the store shut down, like you said, where's your next article of clothing coming from? Where's your next meal coming from?
It's already here. I was out at the market this morning. It's bad. It's bad. It's still food in there. I just shut my mouth up and let it go. I go down to the docks and the levees maybe once a month, and I see the food coming in. I see Mexicans down there. I see Mexicans working with the Asians in their store. I never thought I'd see that. Cashier handling the money. Where all the food come in, when they come in the bulk boxes or however they package and send it here to sell, I'm sitting here looking at it. The load is not heavy. It's not. I don't know if the trucks are not coming in, but the warehouses are not stacked like they used to be. You can see a big difference. I'm seeing people walk out with one little bag of groceries, and maybe that's all they need. I'm thinking that's as far as your money can get you today.
Right. And it about is because, you could blink and put $50 worth of stuff in a cart. You could have 4 things in your cart, and then you've already spent $40 at a grocery store.
And you spend $40 on groceries. How much you spending on takeout? I see bags being dropped off at doors. I'm like, must be nice. Grocery bags where they've been delivered services and all of this ordering stuff online. You got to pay for that. What you call it? For delivery.
It's Uber and Instacart for the groceries.
Yes, you. My sister
when you
did.
Get up off your lazy behind. Get up off your lazy behind and get that. But like I said, that's a form of instant gratification. I don't want to go out and get it. It's going to come to my door. It's going to come at this time. Instead of going out to get it, I got to fight traffic. I got to wait in line. I don't even want to do that. So in a way, automation is also going to make people lazy. It already has made people lazy.
Well, you just do what you can do for you and always keep up-leveling. If you got to take your little shopping cart or a bag and make your little trip to wherever or gardening, Do it. Do it. Because everybody's not on the same level. And I don't know what to say about it. And just because you old don't mean you got good sense.
No, gray hair doesn't mean wisdom.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I have a neighbor that's 99 years old, and he ain't got, let me tell him, he ain't got no sense. He ain't got none. He ain't got none. Ain't got. And then that's what I'm going to say. Ass pocket full of money with no sense. Got a mentally ill daughter, got a mentally ill niece, and he ain't got no sense. Been borrowed off his home, the niece taking his money, and the daughter's thrown off to the left. He might be here for another 10 years. He put the niece in charge of everything, and she ain't doing nothing. Brought her a brand new car. Okay?
Wow.
And I told him, you need to do better than what you're doing. Okay? Because you're better off taking the ad in the paper and giving it to somebody because you do know she's not doing anything for you. Not even scrambling you an egg. You didn't pay for her to go to school, nursing school, and she don't have a license anymore. If she would have paid for it, she would have a license. Okay?
Of course. Of course.
You can't tell these children nothing, and they think that, and she orders every day, 3 times a day. When I come in,
I can afford that. That's a good $60 to $70 a day.
No. She just ordering for herself, not for the older person.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. When you order from delivery, that's easily $20 a pop. When you ordering, because they charge you fees and everything. You take that same money and go to the grocery store, you can eat almost a week off of that.
You backyard, you need to do something with it.
Garden.
Backyard.
Garden.
It's not that hard.
They're not going to do that. For instant gratification. I don't want to do a garden because I got to wait for the stuff to. I got to go out there, till it. I got to break the ground up. I got to let it sit. Then I got to go back and plant the seeds. And I got to plant this by this. And I got to plant the garden in a certain section so it get enough sun. Then I got to water it. Then I got to wait for it to come up. Then I got to wait for it to get mature enough so I can pick the fruit or the vegetable off so I can eat it. I'm not doing all that.
Tracy, I don't have no sense because their peach tree fell down. So I went back there and pushed it over to the side. And I think about 3 weeks later, I went on back there again. It was dry rot. So I pulled it down and cut it up. The man paid me $600. I didn't tell him it was dry rot. But had they been out there doing what they were supposed to do, it would have been done. It would have been done. And I wanted to tell her, he's a veteran. He's entitled to a whole lot. They'll come paint his house. They'll do the new kitchen, put doors and windows, roof, whatever need to be done. But when he ain't here, it's not getting done. Dodo brain. She looked at me like, dear child. Can't help you. Can't help you. They don't want your help. And since you got, I forget what you call it when you, when they take your license from you.
They revoke your license.
Yeah. For whatever happened to you, I dare not ask. But you ain't making no money. Okay? You barely making probably 50 cents above minimum wage. And I can see how you lost your license. She's supposed to be a nurse. You do nothing for your uncle, but you want his home.
So she's making minimum wage now, or barely above it.
Yes. Maybe 50
and
cents
how old
more.
does she look? How old is she?
She's in her 50s.
She's too old to be making that kind of money. She is too old to still be making that kind of money.
She gonna be taking all his money, so she think.
No, that don't work like that. You're his niece. When he go, his money gonna go with him. He's not gonna. You better hope he got like a will or something or some money stashed somewhere. But you're not gonna get. That's not how that works.
Well, one thing I'm kind of out there with that too. I'm like, what he should have did is kept the money in the family. He should have married you on paper or somebody, so that money can keep coming. That don't mean you sleep, but you gotta have a different mindset. But you let that keep going. Maybe you want Keisha with 3 children. And tell her, come here, I want you to have my home, and I want you to have my money to help you with your children for day after tomorrow. This is just a business agreement, but we can't really understand that. When I leave here, everything that I have goes to help you instead of back to the U.S. government. We can't figure that out yet. They do it. It doesn't mean that you sleeping with them. He just want to make sure you okay instead of out in the street. I have 1 child, and I'd like for you to take care of her because his niece is not taking care of anybody in that home. Nobody.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that is crazy. The way people live their lives with no regard of any type of responsibility, no regard of the future, and it's like it's like also, we don't think, we don't live for what's down the road. We got to live for just right now. So
there's your word, self-gratification.
Yeah, it is.
No, I used to go from time to time. I'm like, why am I working like a 3-legged dog? Don't get no pay. And they looking at me crazy. It's your mess, okay? No. I'll stop. I'll say hi. I might drop, a meal or 2 off, but I'm not doing no more. I'll go home and listen to Lance.
I know that's right. I'm sitting
on the balcony. I'm getting a good view. I'm hearing the chimes, which is therapeutic and relaxing. Every time I hear them, it's like you can feel yourself calming down.
Yes.
I started doing the PJs, Smokey. I said, I ain't never been this high before. I like this view. I said, I like this. I'm in the clouds.
That's right.
Yeah. Looking down, I'm seeing the banana trees up there. I'm saying, I'm still looking, trying to see what else is down there to eat.
You know what? I've been thinking about this. I'm like, I'm gonna go visit there one day. I'm definitely going to visit. I have to go visit. I definitely have to go visit.
Yes. I think everybody should. I think we all should be able to go twice a year.
Right.
Stay. That should be a given. We all should have access to going over there. I have a little African lady over here, and she told me last week, and we shared conversations, and she had services for her mom, and it's quite different than what ours is. And then a subject came up, and she says, my brothers will get you. You got to be very careful. She says they're desperate. Her family may have had money because she went through Catholic school her whole entire life, and she's a retired nurse. She says they will get you. She says my brothers will get you. She says not my flesh brothers. She said, but the men over there they think you have, not, and they will get you in a whole lot of ways. They should just be very careful. They will get you. And in conversation, listening to Lance, you can hear it, you can see it. And when I moved to California, I've never been an inquisitive child. And I've never been in adult conversation, but I heard stories about people being taken advantage of by Africans. So by the time I got here, I was running for my life. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
By the time I got here, the Mexicans was running me down, but the Africans was full force. Especially at work. They was working in personnel. They seen me come, they seen me go. I always had early lunch. And I survived that. I knew how to say no. I knew how to walk away. My wife said we can have another wife. Well, how come she ain't talking to me? Just you. Okay, that's a lie. When they had me walking on the outside of my shoes with my legs ashy white, taking care of y'all. No, thank you. Yeah, that
is crazy. That is, and Lance already says in his videos, he was like, American women, we go over there, they'll be able to sniff out that you're American anyway.
Well, I had one in Philadelphia, not me, my mom. Nice looking lady with soft curly hair, thick hair. She had 2 boys, one from a previous marriage, and with the one she had by the African. I've seen the lady and the little boy. I've never seen the husband. So when the little boy got about 2 years old, his boy, he paid her son, I forget how old he was, took him to the store and brought him a pack of 9-liters and took the little boy and left. He brought him several packs of 9-liters. So he might have spent a quarter on him, 50 cents. And he says, you don't tell your mother until tomorrow. He took that little boy, went to Africa, and they ain't seen him since. Okay?
Oh, wow.
I guess he's Mr. King of Corodudu over there. He wanted that child. He wanted that male child. And he took him. My aunt had a friend, Miss Vera Maddie Q1, kind of tall, broad shoulders, looked like a football player, just as nice as she can be. She had 5 children. He took her children when she was in Africa. She came home empty-handed, but through some kind of foster care, the last I talked to her, she got all her children back except one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, got to be careful.
So why do they take the children over there? Like, why do they?
I don't know if it was money, U.S. money. That I don't know. And then once I got here in California, she was in Fairfield, close to another Air Force base, Travis Air Force Base, and I went up and I seen her and I seen the children, and she had all but one. I'm sure she had that one by now. But
okay.
I was like, why didn't you just kick him in his kneecaps and get your kids back? She had to go to the embassy. It was something called an interior and bushes, and they would hide there. Ain't nobody talking, saying nothing. So,
right.
Just got to be careful. Everything you do, you got to be careful. You got to be careful of your own. Okay.
I told Lance, I was talking to Lance one time, and I was talking about coming over there to visit. I said, well, Lance, they don't have to worry about, he haven't given me no child or anything, because I'm kind of, I'm in my early 40s, so that'll be kind of different. He's like, no, they'll still try to have a child with you. They'll still try to get with you. I'm like, They better not approach me.
They put the hot screws to him. They sure put the hot screws to Lance. That's for certain.
But I thought that was I thought that was just for men, because he would tell me the stories about the women that would approach him. Well, he was like, no, they do the American women like that too. The men will come up to you.
He told one recently when he was in the supermarket, and
oh yeah. They don't recognize marriage, like they don't respect people's marriages. Apparently not.
It's sad to be just that desperate for a quarter. It
right.
really is. It's money. It's about money and using you. It's quite a few people that I've heard stories that they just suck them dry. Actually, I need to go get my little friend. He will tell you he got a friend here in Berkeley, and he was doing this mail stuff. and he kept sending money to wiring money. And he went to go get her for Christmas, not this Christmas, but maybe 2 or 3 Christmas back. Says he ain't coming, so he took him. He went with him to wire money. Said, man, you probably talking to a man that's taking your money from him. But this the picture. He said, why are you? He sent over $15,000 over there. Okay, and then had the nerve to be embarrassed. So when it was time to go to the airport, the person never showed up. Took all his money. Took it. Not all of it, but took it. You can't give it unless you got it. Okay. Took his money. Took his money. They got game. They got game. They got scam. What I'm seeing out here, I've seen a few Africans with Mexican women. I'm seeing that. So there might be another using game going on.
That is sad.
The drugs and the Gothic is awful. The Gothic scene, I'm kind of scared of it. To be riding around in a hearse, to be sleeping in a coffin, to be drinking blood or have vials of blood around your neck. I don't know what y'all doing over there. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! I don't see much of that over here. I don't really see that over here. That sounds scary. That sounds real scary.
My nephew came here from Philly, and he's tangled up with that. Okay, you couldn't tell him nothing. March will be a year I ain't heard from him. I blocked my number and I muted my phone. Boo, this is her on the phone. And he had a whole bunch of little girls running behind him, so maybe that's what that's about. But I passed words with him, and I called her a pink parasite, and I wouldn't shut up, okay? And she looked at him, and she said, she ready to go, honey, I snatched them keys. I said, bye.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So he's standing there looking, not knowing what to do. He texts me, Auntie, I'm very sorry. I'm going to do better. I said, no, baby, you need to do better right now because that ain't good. Okay? Your mother didn't send you to school to waddle in trash and garbage, and I'm not standing for it. So this is what you do. When I get ready, I'm going to give, I ain't know whose car it was. The girl, she got to talking like she wanted to do something, and I guess he looked at me. I said, honey, you have no idea. Before I knew it, I snatched her tail. Okay? What you need to do is get in this truck and shut your mouth up. Okay? You ain't got nothing to do with this. You just sleep with him. Okay? And trying to rape her way in, want this baby, stuck up her tail. I told him, I said, you already retarded. Okay? And so was she. So what y'all gonna have?
Oh no!
She jumping like she want to do something, girl. You have no idea. I'm from the bowels of Southwest Philadelphia. Before you think about it, it's already done. Okay? Now, while you got a chance, you need to shut up.
Why are people willy-nilly bringing kids into the world like that?
Oh, he told me she really do have some mental problems. I said, so why are you there? Why are you there? That's not your responsibility. So by the time, I don't know the truth, me talking, by the time he come back, he might come back in a body bag. He might come back drugged up. He might not come back at all. Okay.
Wow.
That's crazy. Wow.
And
that's what I can say.
Auntie always wants, Lance!
Let's join. Lance probably been on this line for like 2 hours just enjoying our back and forth conversation.
No. I was actually back and forth here, running up and down. I was like, I'm going to get on the conversation. I told you when you called, I'm going to get on. The phone rang. Dang. Important conversation.
Lance, I've been having fun up on your balcony.
Say it again?
I've been having fun up on your balcony up in the clouds. This is Ron A. Green.
Yes.
On your balcony,
I'm out here now.
I've been having fun. Oh, yeah.
I'm on the balcony now.
with the clouds.
I just didn't show my face today because I was like beat up and I was like not, but I could have showed it. Tomorrow, I'll try to do that tomorrow.
You know what? You don't even have to.
I didn't go to bed till 7 in the morning.
My ankles.
Say it again?
Tracy, he didn't hear you.
No, I didn't,
I was
hear
saying,
you.
I was saying, if you were worried about how you look, Lance, you don't have to be in a shot. Just have a still shot, like have the camera facing the balcony where we can see like the balcony and the trees, and you could just talk, off camera.
Yeah. And I mean, it looks weird to do that. I'm here. I look the same way. What happened was I was just so tired, and I always think I look so tired. People are like, man, you don't look tired, because all the time, mostly, I'm not stressed. Not that I was in America, but I'm going to tell you about this thing here. It is.
You look good.
It is amazing.
You look
cute.
good.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Look good. Your skin looks good. You just touch it. It looks like it's going to pop. It looks, your skin. Tracy, now tell the truth. You look good. With your little orange tone.
You really, because, his environment makes him look good, though. His environment and what he eats make him look good. Like, we still in America. We still over here in the fire.
And the funny part about it is, I don't even eat as much as I used to. I did a lot of, not stress eating, but I used to just eat. And it was good stuff. And every now and then I treat myself to something that might be bad because I'm active, but I'm going through good changes now. Like, not that I was going through bad changes, but see, it's like this. You ever, I'm gonna say a weird analogy, so you got to follow me with this. You ever walked around like you got up in the morning, had a lot to do all day, but you missed out on breakfast, and you said, okay, I'm gonna grab something about another hour. You never do it. It's 5 o'clock now. You've been up since 6. You are evil hungry, dizzy hungry. And then you finally get a chance to finally sit down to a meal. You might go to a restaurant and you're waiting and you get the meal, and the restaurant's going to be open for hours and hours. And now you finally get a chance to eat, and you eat and you enjoy the meal and you're full, but your head is still drained and hungry because it didn't digest all the way down yet. You're full, but you feel weird because of all the time in the hot sun and you was hungry and dehydrated. What I mean to say is that growing up in America, living in America, I'm not going to trash it because I can handle it. I know what's up over there. But coming out of that place, right, at first you feel it. You enjoy it. You like, man, things are quiet. But there's another level. And right now, I feel that next level kicking in. I sleep deeper, even than when I first came here. I feel so good. The sun, and, we're still under construction. The cake is made, but the icing has to be put on. And we're going to take our time because we want it to be really, really, really. We ain't showing off nobody. It's just that at my age, chances are I don't think I might be around 60 years from now. But I'm enjoying
I think you're going to be in your hundreds. I think you're going to get to your hundreds, Lance. You probably might be like 115, 120.
I think so.
Something like that. When you expire, I'm thinking you'll be able to get into 3 digits, and then you'll probably be like 115, 120, or something like that.
I really feel that. I feel that. I'm not doubting that, and I say that as a figure of speech, as far as like, yeah, okay, but 100 is only 40 years from now for me. That's weird. It's coming quick. I can see.
I'll be in my early 80s. Yeah.
You'll still be a growing young girl. What I'm saying
Lance.
is that. Yes.
I got something I wanted to give you. It's the International Boxing, April 1982, with Muhammad Ali on the front.
Oh, wow.
Farewell to Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I would always read those.
Yeah.
I used to collect those.
Yeah.
And when I moved, I forgot to take all the magazines from the house that I sold in New York. But that I'd frame that. I'd frame the whole magazine in that bad boy. I love boxing. I used to read all of those magazines and have them all. I used to leave Queens and go to Manhattan sometimes late at night, just to go to the newsstand. And I would get boxing and bodybuilding, and I would always like pick 5 other magazines that had nothing to do with anything I knew, just to read something new. See, I've been on this cerebral thing for a long time because I was hungry for knowledge.
So,
you know,
I missed out on the Florida address to send it.
Okay, I'll get you one.
Or how to send it to you.
Yeah, because I used to have a P.O. box, but it didn't make sense to keep it up because there wasn't like much stuff coming through, but I wanted to maintain that connection. But I got an address right now, a good address for you. And, you know, off the air, I'll put it out there for you.
Do you have my number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll write it down again. I see it right in front of me, but I'm not gonna speak it out. Well, wait a second.
Okay.
You know what you do? You're on WhatsApp with me, right? Are you on WhatsApp?
No.
Okay. Well, you can email me your number because I'm outside and the pen is way upstairs.
Okay.
And I'm feeling kind of lazy right now.
So just
email it to me. Lance at Lancescurv.com. You'll remember that easier.
Okay.
Lance at Lancescurv.com. Just put it in there.
Got it.
And I'll get it. You know, and I'll store it in, and I'll, you know, join you with WhatsApp. You know, and I also have.
Is there anything else that you want from over here?
Just you liking and sharing and being the wonderful person that you are, vibrating on the show and all that stuff. I mean, I don't demand anything out of nobody. Like, well,
I have my sister on here listening too.
Nah, you know what I mean? Whatever you seek to say, hey, he like this, like that, whatever. Like, it was hard for me to even, like, with the financial stuff, like, put up a banner to show. People say, man, I want to throw you $5. And I'm like, And I see other people, as soon as the live stream, come on, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit this next 5 minutes.
You talk about my stepbrother in Philly, Umar. You know I'm from Philly, right?
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is like, damn, you know, get the people something. Don't. Here, you show them discreetly if you want. You know, people going through stuff. Nobody's rich out here. People working. People, you know. But on the flip side, it's a trip because you'll see certain platforms that are like, now listen, I can get decadent with the best of them. Soon do for a joke night, right? But the stupid stuff, you know, dudes talking about women's backsides and damn man, I need the man, she bent over. And people who are righteous on this platform, they give it $100 and $50 and I'm like, wait a second. Maybe I need to talk about women's asses. Maybe I get it. No, I don't mean to say it like that, but I'm just saying, like, what's wrong with black people? And I don't feel entitled to. If you want to, if a person wants to do this,
there's some kind of distractions that's going on. I'm not focused.
Yeah.
It's distractions going on. Just occupied with whatever is going on outside. Maybe if you turn your TV off, you can combat a little bit of ignorance. That might be the whole thing.
Yeah, true.
It's a possibility. It's a whole lot to be distracted with if you're trying to keep up. You'll never be able to keep up. You have to create your own.
I tell people that who are like always on top of things. You're wasting your time to always be that way because you know what? The minute you draw your last breath, hate to say it that way, there'll be something phenomenal that you'd want to see on the internet, some scandal, some video, so if you just sit there, and this is why they call it TikTok, because time is moving on. And while it's TikToking, you know, we do these things. Yes, I do it. I'm online a lot. My computers are always on, but it's for a purpose. And it doesn't mean if you get something amusing and send it to a friend that, oh, you fell off, you should be ultra serious. Because I like to be a clown too. I like to talk craziness too. I like to be a comedian too. But the bottom line is that it takes up so much. It takes up so much of our time.
Another thing too, definitely enjoying the wind chimes. Each time you can feel yourself, I can feel myself calming down. There's a peace that comes with that.
And now the wind got still.
I cross my ankles and I'd be doing stuff from the PJs. I said I ain't never been this high before up in the air. Except for in the plane.
The chimes,
so it's very, very enjoyable.
I can hear them all through the house. It's just in the back, but we're going to get bigger ones from the States, because it's hard to get those out here. Or maybe we don't know where to go, but I want to get more. And if you watch, it's coming.
Does it cost a lot to ship them? Does it cost a lot to ship them over? Like,
it depends.
Can you order them over in the United States and have them shipped over?
Yeah, it's better to do that. It's better to do that with a lot of things. You know,
there are some made out of bamboo.
Yeah, those two, metal and bamboo, all of them.
You possibly can go to the art center and have them make them for you.
Well, you see, this is the thing. Not to put down here, but
yes,
with certain things they make, they look good.
Yes. And
they fall apart easy. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that going on here. Like, and a lot of people just don't take the time to really put their effort. It's about that money. It's about that money. Okay. They'll do something jacked up and look you straight in the face and sell. Now, it's not everybody now. Sell it to you, and you know, it's
but enough. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So you looking for 3 feet, 4 feet? How tall are you looking?
I mean, as far as a chime?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, this place can take anything, any height. The longer the better. But I mean, like, you wouldn't want to stress yourself. I'm just saying that they have, you know, the bamboo is cool, but the metal mixture, them things, and they're durable. Because I hung this off of the middle balcony. I got a top balcony for the master bedroom that I'm going to extend, and I have this one that's here that I come out next to where the kitchen area is. There's a carport below. But again, people think, well, you took on this big stuff. You know, construction is really cheap out here. And when you know what you want, you do it. And I designed this whole house. I got to give props. I got to say, me and Mr. SCURV, but I'm the one who has the eye as an artist and a person who is dipped and dabbed in architecture. And I know what she wanted. But my most important thing was traffic flow. I didn't want to do this, the traditional American standard. Like when you have if it's a 2-story house, this is 3, but it's different here. There's a lot of different things that I turned around and made an advantage of as far as the layout and everything. When you come down from stairs, you come down into a living room. Well, what if you got company? You don't want to come down from upstairs and have to greet these people. I put all my steps in the back. Right?
Ooh, yes.
And the living room is 2 stories high. It's a high living room. I didn't want to feel like I'm inside when it's raining. I still feel that sense of space when I go into the living room. I can look up. There's a set of windows in front of you and a set of windows up high. I think the ceiling is maybe like about 22 feet or something like that. I don't know. Maybe more. But then from the top floor, you can look down because there's a catwalk looking down over in the living room. And it's got doors on each side for a wraparound balcony up there. And the more you go to the back of the house, the higher up it goes because the ground goes down because we're on a hill on the mountain. So when you walk on the first floor, in the back it becomes the middle floor. It's not ground level no more. So I put all that. And the steps in the back. The studio's down there. There's a carport under there, but I'm not gonna use it as a carport. I'm gonna build a separate thing. That's why I'm taking our time. Because I ain't rich. It's not
dream house. Yeah.
But that's how they do it. They take their time out here. You see what I mean? They take their time. And when you have, look, this kind of tranquility, like what you saw yesterday, I'm on the same balcony. I'm looking over the mountains and all the lights, and I'm chill right here. Why rush? I got to hurry it by 1 month. No. It'll take me about maybe another 2 years to get this the way I want. And it's going to have nice touch.
And I was relaxing. The chimes. I said I heard it, and I was relaxing. I sat back and crossed my ankles. I enjoyed the sky. I enjoyed the clouds. Then you heard the occasional chimes. I said, oh, and you can just feel your whole body come down with each ringing of them. Another very relaxing.
I'm right next to him now. It's just the wind's not blowing like that. It'll blow. And I'm looking at the leaves.
It was enjoyable.
Trees,
definitely enjoyable.
You're going to hear it in a little while.
The mosquitoes don't bother you up there when you're on the balconies?
when you are, they will. But the reason why they don't as much now is because this is the dry season and it doesn't rain at all. No standing water, and they're dried out. They're little eggs, but they ain't. But when it gets to be the rainy season, yes. So you're gonna have to come out here with something long, cover yourself because they can be vicious. But when I extend that top balcony out a little more, even with this one, then I can put some netting, some have it officially done, something nice looking around the whole balcony, so nothing comes in. See what I mean? But inside the kitchen area and stuff, the breeze that comes through, you feel like it feels like you're on a cruise. The breeze goes through the whole house because we're up here. And open up all the windows. Gorgeous. The kitchen area is not finished, but it's going to be finished. So it's a lot of things that are not finished. It's got to be done right. I'll tell you a little more detail off air, but yeah, it's going to be done. The layout alone is bugged out, and it's just the layout alone. That's like, how can I put it? You go into the beauty parlor and the lady ain't done with your hair, but you already see it's done nice. You know, like, okay, whether you're relaxing or not, I'm not going to talk about that right now, but whether it's braids or relaxing, it's like, oh my God, this is coming out good. Like whatever. And you know that when it's finished, it's going to be spectacular. And it's when you get to that point where you see that done, you can see the end clearer. And this is my own personal thing. And I can say this part without revealing too much. This is going to be freaked off, not in a gaudy way. When you come here, you ain't going to want to leave. And when you come here, I'm going to say it like this. You're going to say, Lance, Mrs. SCURV, this is what you're going to say. Could you please leave for the day and go into town so I can walk around here naked?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say something more crucial than I'm gonna say something more crucial than that. Y'all gonna be looking at me like a deer in the headlights. I'm gonna be like, "Where's my room?" Because I'm not leaving.
Well, go on and knock yourself out. Because you know what, the layout. Like, okay, I'll say it this way, and this is what I wanted to feel. Like the layout, I wanted to make it where when anybody that we say, "Hey, come on over," when they come, that we know you're going to feel that way. And there'll be no requirement to leave. Because this is not going to be the place like, okay, I've had places I've gone to that they're really my friends and they want me to stay there. But after a while, you'll be like, they said I came here for 2 weeks. They said I can stay another week. And I want to stay another week, but I think I better go because I think I'm overextending. Let me tell you something. We ain't going to see your ass. So it ain't going to matter.
Okay.
The way the layout is, it's not like we're going to keep bumping into me. I'm going to have to look for it. Say, listen, attach this low jack to your backside so we can find you via GPS.
Okay.
No, it's not a mansion, but the traffic flow, every part is so intimate. Like I'm not leaving this house for another 4 days. I went out yesterday and I was mad. I was like, I don't want to be down here. I'm going home.
Well, Lance, if you feel like that now, imagine how you're going to feel when you build that wall and you really have that compound where you're enclosed and you close off.
Hell to the year. Oh, my God. Well, seriously.
I got to say, you talk about freaking it off.
When I get a vehicle, when I get a vehicle, I ain't be driving up and down. I might drive it out once a week to pick up some stuff. I'm going to be right here. I can draw, I can go, like at nighttime, you don't want to go down into the backyard because it's so dark back there. But when it's walled off and the solar lights and the ones you can put on out there, and
you'll be walking around at night out there.
What? I walk around in the house. Sometimes I get up to use the bathroom and I walk the whole length of the house down to the bottom, middle floor, top floor, walk around, just walk around. It's like, what are you doing?
Nice.
I'm just pointing out that I'm here. I'll go out on the balcony.
Lovely.
The parts where they can't see me. Not a stitch of clothes, just walking around. I'm like, yo, I'm in Africa walking around private on the balcony with my ball swinging. Sorry to say it like that, but damn, that's the way it is.
All of that is healing. All of it is
healing.
Healing.
Mm-hmm.
I made a private balcony on one side. Let me just tell you, I made a private balcony on one side It's not connected to the other ones. It's right next to the bedroom. And I brought the cinder blocks up high so no other house can see. You go out there, and I have this really strong reclining. It's not a launch. It's a more cheap thing. It's very strong. We bought it from Sam's. They got 2 of them. And when the sun comes up, it has to get it like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Because the way the angle, you lay out there till like 1 o'clock. I'll tell you this much. When people say, oh, yeah, kiss me where the sun don't shine. There's no one part of where the sun don't shine. Everything hits me in the sun. Yes, yeah, uh-huh. Yep. Look. If the son is gay, I'm in trouble because he done seen all back up in there too. I make sure everything gets hit.
Lance, a video you did a couple days ago. How much dysfunction? The video. How much dysfunction do women tolerate?
Yeah.
Just to have a man. There is no sound.
There's no sound.
On YouTube,
yeah,
I can't. When I click on it, the sound is not coming through on YouTube.
Oh, let me check that out.
Now, I had to ask Grandma when she was talking about freaking stuff off. I said, what do you mean? She said, girl, make it bad, okay? So Lance is into freaking stuff off, too.
Let me check this here.
I said, what you mean, freak it off? She said, girl, make it bad. I said, okay, Grams.
Okay,
but everything looks lovely, very peaceful.
Oh God,
I kind of low key wish I was over there. Like Lance making me having second thoughts about like retirement, and even if I even want to own a property in America, I'm like, why own one here when I could pay for cash, there and just move there? Not necessarily Ghana. You don't have to be Ghana, but like a decent area. I'm thinking about that too because I'm like.
Right.
Why would I waste my money and buy a property over here when I could be over there? Especially if I'm working remote.
How is Sister Ade adjusting?
She hasn't come out here yet. Come out here yet. Yeah.
Busy.
And that's Nigeria. Even though there's 2 countries between us and Nigeria, and it's close on the map, it's still vast.
I was kind of missing her.
Huh?
I said I was kind of missing her. I said she probably trying to get her little stuff situated over there.
Yeah. It'll be another couple weeks. But that's a big move.
No, okay.
I mean,
it is.
What I did was a big move, but you're that age, not that it means or any discrimination, but that takes a lot out of you. And at least when you know what you want to do, right? So it's not age discrimination, but it's you understand the finality of the move when you do it. As much as you amp up, as much as you want it, if you come here and taste it, like if you come here and stay here and I take you around and you're like, oh man, still, that is a big move. And when
it is.
From Orlando Airport to Atlanta and then to the Netherlands and to the drop down into Accra, the biggest part is when I was in the plane in Atlanta and looking at America fade down the lights and they go up in the clouds, it's like, oh snap, I'm leaving. Not that I said, oh, did I make a decision? Should I change my mind? No, but it's like I did it, and you get a rush, and there's certain feelings I never felt, like the freedom of being away from the racism and the funny looks and the apprehension and the other people who don't look like us, who look at us a certain way. I didn't have to deal with that. Now there are things here you have to deal with, that the difference in cultures and the fact that you think that then they're going to welcome you, and they do at the airport, but it's a hustle. There's a lot of hustling of us over here. But if you know how to live and set up your shop, so to say, I don't mean isolate yourself, because you're going to vibe with the people. There are a lot of nice people out here, but there are people who will see you as an opportunity. Like, it's like, wait a second, what happened to the African hospitality? And just like I did the show the other day, where I played the clip of the woman who turned around. I don't know if you heard that. Like, people call me off of like social media. They're like, oh, they'll see me on it. Can I call you? And I'm like, okay, like right now, I'm talking here with you all. I got the computer in front of me. I might do some editing or something. I'm kicked back. It's like I got a joint in my hand and I don't smoke, right? I'm so mellow right now. But my number's out there, so it's like, yeah, okay, call me. I don't care who it is sometimes. My number's out there. So then, we talk a little bit. 6 minutes we talk. She was, I'm an aspiring actress, and, and something wasn't right? Because there was nothing to say that about her, this woman who just wanted to call me. So I was by the computer, and I got up, and I had the laptop downstairs in the bottom floor. So I walked upstairs, not realizing, because she called me on the video. So she was scoping me. So I walked all the way up. She says, God, dog, how big is your house? I said, oh. I said, listen, it's a lot of concrete things ain't finished. Some tile work needs to be done, different things. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the sign. Where are you? And I told her where I was, whatever. And I'll tell y'all in private, but I ain't going to say it here, but yeah. So she said, oh my God. So I guess she thought this Negro's loaded. No, I'm not.
Daddy Warbucks.
Right. So the signal dropped. We'd only been on the phone for 6 minutes. And then she sent a voicemail. Oh, I just want to say that. And I played this on the show, y'all.
I heard it. Yeah.
You heard, okay, so you heard it. How she just after 6 minutes, I really like you, but I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy right now. My landlord asked me to leave, and I don't have no place to go. I do have money, but I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money for a place, and I need help. But I'd like to chill, Okay, here's the offer to manipulate me as a man. I'd really like to chill. I'd like to chill. Yeah, I like you. You're a nice guy, and I know you have a wife, but we can chill. I'm like, okay, where's this going? Right? I'm observing this. Right? This is the voice. So then she says, yeah, we can chill, but I need money. I need, like she giving childbirth. I need money. And I just have to say, and then here's the next part of the sales pitch. I can make you happy. And see, happy here don't mean like we hold hands and skip off into the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Happy here, it means making you come. I'm just going to tell you that. A woman says she's going to make you happy, she's going to make you come, right? So we ain't talking about coming and going. We're talking about orgasms. I can make you happy. I can make you real happy if it's, the kissing and the hugging. And if you want sex, yes, I can sex you. And we can keep this quiet. We can chill. But I need money. So now I'm supposed to be like the typical man. Oh, if I give a little money, I can get some ass. And she's down with it because I'm married, so we can keep this secret. Yo, there's a lot of women out here like that. We know in America and everything like that. I'm not knocking them or whatever have you. In my past, in my prior lives growing up, I've been somebody who done all kind of deviant dirt. You know what I mean? So I've been on that side of it. Years ago, to be like, okay, come on, let's do it. but it's like it keeps happening. I was asleep one morning. And my number's out there now. In America, people call. I have no problem talking. I could talk you all under the table. I could drink you under the table. Even after a show, I can talk. Right? So, this one call me in the morning. Like, hello, who's this? I don't mind being interrupted because I can go right back to sleep. This is another woman. I need money. I don't have food. Now, how are you going to ask me that? And in the next breath, I need money because I need food, and I also have to get my hair done. Get the F out of here. You talking about food? That's crazy. Understand that? You ain't that hungry. You ain't that hungry. You need your hair done. Come on. And I got
this is unbelievable.
Right now, the TikTok, I don't call women hoes. And I always respect women, but sometimes the hoes you have to address as hoes. TikTok hoes, they're out there. They put up the profile pictures and videos of them shaking their ass, and they wait for the offers to come in. And so when they go through your profile, oh, he was on Dr. Drew. Oh, he's doing talk shows every day. Oh, oh my God, he's living here in Ghana. He must be a millionaire. So my inbox, all kind of titties, ass, crotches, pum-pums, masturbating, sucking things, doing, yes. And the dudes that want that, they don't get as much as me because they don't figure that he's broke. But they get me with it because they go on there and say, oh shit, this Negro got a website. He's got almost 6,000 videos. He got time to live like that. He must be making $1 million. So I get it. I go down the street sometime, way into the city where I used to live, and walk down the street anonymously. Not all with a bald head. They know I'm American and a lighter complexion, right? I stick out. Lancescurv, oh my God, I want to always meet you. Oh, and nobody's looking. Here's my number. Call me. I want to make you happy. I'm like, ah! Ain't that much happiness in the world.
They can never be genuine. They can never be genuine.
Say it again?
I said they can never be genuine.
No, there are some. There are some rare. It's always something behind it. Always something behind it. Dudes on a non-homo tip. Hello, my friend. How are you? I love your video. I want to be your friend. Because if you're my friend, you're thinking, well, you can come to my house and eat and chill. And, oh, I see you have 3 laptops. Can I have one? I don't have 3 laptops. I got one. And a desktop. I got 2 computers now. The other one's, my equipment is malfunctioning. Different things go and whatever, and I got to take time to get it back. So they have this vision of me in this life, and then don't go down my channels and see me walking down Times Square, trips to Jamaica that I took, and I videotape. Doesn't mean that I'm bouncing around to these places. I'll probably never see Jamaica again. I don't want to go there. So many people know me there. Boom, Buclat, that's Lancescurv. Maybe we can rip him off. Put the gun to his big head. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna all that crime down there. It wouldn't be good for me. They don't do crime like that out here. They scared of the white Jesus, but in negotiating, they rip you off. Yeah, cab drivers like, yo, and I play dumb. That don't know me. Hey man, how much does it take to go from here to there? At some point A to point B that I know. Oh, for you, my brother, 175 CD. I'm like, get out of here. It's only 55 to get over there. Why are you trying to charge me? I might be a brony, but I know better. Nothing. You trying to gank me, man. And there are nice people. And even the nice people, they hoping and praying. They just give them some money. Oh, can you help me?
Everything for that money.
Yeah. And now, honestly, the rich, they got money. The people, it's not the racism out here, it's the status, right? So those who have money act like the racist white man who treats poor black people bad. You might as well be a racist white man when you a Ghanaian who is status conscious and hungry, and you're driving your SUV to the poor neighborhoods, and they don't even ask that because they know they ain't gonna get that. You know what I mean? And even me, they'll look at me like a little poor something. Like they got more money than me. They can tell. I mean, I'm walking around the common markets, just blending with the people. And they'll be behind tinted windows looking at me like, look at him out there amongst the commoners. He's one of those Americans who are middle class. And they got mansions and houses out here. Some of the Ghanaians. They living good in America, living good out here. I'm just a blue collar dude with a piece of pension check. So they already know. You know what I mean? So you have those who try to push their nose up at you. But the really poor people now, see, here's the thing I always tell people. Poverty looks different out here. See the view of the balcony? You say, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh man, it's so nice. The people that live down in the mountains, okay, there's a town off a main road, and the main road that is up there is not really a big road, right? But there are towns dotting along that road. And so you get off that main road and come down on this thinner road. After where I live is miles and miles of dead road where you don't see nothing, except you might see some disheveled properties that are not, it's like the typical imagery you want to put out. And those people are looking damn healthy because they're eating fruits. They doing manual stuff, but they don't have the cash in their hand. Where are they going to work when there's no jobs out here? With 79% illiteracy in Ghana, with the most of the illiteracy, you have to look at it like a heat map. That in Accra, it's not the same number. It might be, I don't know, 25%, because all the intellectual jobs are down there, and the intellectual people who have degrees or finished school and who are smart, they're down there. But you have people who live in the country that I can't say they don't need money, but they can survive without it better than somebody who has to pay a big rent, because they might be living in a shack in the country with all the land. And so it don't look like a person who is in the curb in a major street in a major city where like, yo, they really poor. Look at them. They're homeless. It doesn't take much to live on a piece of land where you don't have much. You're not going to have amenities. Oh, I want to go to the department store and get these silk sheets. No, you ain't thinking about no damn silk sheets. You see what I mean?
Okay.
So the mentality is different. So when you have a little bit of stuff and you move out here, and then the way they look at it, there's a thing I call it, I'm going to be very honest about it. It's not all over the place. I'm going to call it Ghanaian resentment. That could be any country. You mean I live just the same way black folks will be in a hood or somewhere like, yo, this Chinese man came out here and built this business. This is my neighborhood. Look at him. He came out of nowhere, right? Or the Indian, look at him over there in a 7-Eleven or whatever, and they get money. Well, I'm the foreigner now, and they know this countryside so long and so well, and you come in a short period of time, plunk down and build something that in their mind is way too big for two people. 2 people in 3 floors? What the hell kind of excess you living in? We know you got money. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's the outlook. Why do you need all these balconies? Hell, we ain't got no balcony. We just climb up on the roof and just look over the tree. You know what I mean? Like that's not important. And that's not everybody. I'm just saying, like, you have homes across on the other side and people who built them, and you have people who can afford it, whatever. But the difference is that when you build out here and you got the land and you build, ain't nobody telling you got to rush. And the mentality here with design and construction, the construction is superior because it's all concrete. But if you leave it to the folks in here, they got no imagination. I'm just being real. They're going to hear me talking when this goes up, but they don't have no imagination. Big ass room and one little light bulb in the middle of the ceiling. So everywhere you go, you're casting shadows. So when there are lights in here that we have yet to even activate until the custom ceilings are done. And if you want to know, like, it's a Nigerian thing that's getting popular over here. If you're near a computer or another phone or a different way to get on, Google POP ceilings, pop ceilings, but POP ceilings, and maybe you want to put Nigeria behind it. And then if you do that on Google, go to the images and watch your mind get blown. Watch your mind get blown. This is something you don't even do in America. Tell me your response.
Google what again?
POP, like pop, POP, ceilings.
Oh,
okay. And then put Nigeria after it, because this is where it originates. But even if you just put POP ceilings, you're going to pull it up and see what they do. And it's cheap to do that. Relatively, it's just the workmanship, the craftsmanship. You do something like that.
How much they charge over here for this? They charge a lot of money over here if you wanted this done.
And it ain't a lot over here, because folks are hungry with construction.
And so, also, your building went pretty quick. Building your home, that went pretty quick.
Yeah, relatively, yeah. But it's like driving on the freeway, getting to the city quick. Now you're stuck in traffic in the city. So now we want to take time and stroke it, and not rush and just take what we have. And I'm cool. Look, I showed it with no tile on this balcony. The railings are not painted. The posts are not done over. And there's parts of the walls out here that need the decorative stones and stuff. I ain't in no rush because I'm still coming up in my imagination, the combination of materials and how it's going to look. I want this to be my private resort and escape. Like, not just, build a house and that's it. No, I want it to be the best place in the world for me to be based on my experiences going in other places. And that's what I tell people. And I've helped people with their layouts in their home. I'm pretty good that way. You know, you take every place, and it could be smaller. It doesn't have to be this size. Because I drew these plans up in 20 minutes, you know, and handed it to the architect. Oh. He the one who made it bigger. We didn't agree on the size. I just said, hey, this is the rough. And he went and drew up the plans. And I was like, this is like 25% bigger than what, you know. And here's the thing. It was only going to be 2 floors. But because it's on a hill on top of the mountain with the grade going down, you had to have a bottom floor, which you can call a basement, but it's not no basement. It's a whole floor that would anchor you on the grade and keep it stable. You couldn't just put it flat and just a little bit. You had to really go down in the ground and, you know, because it's at an angle. When you're in the front, you see 2 floors. When you walk down the side and you go down, 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 you realize it's 3. It's like a cloaking device. It is
beautiful as is. It can't do nothing but get better. With some paint. Just call it the icing.
As one who visualizes, it's not even a souped up thing, but I can't lie and say, like if I draw a picture, I can't say, I don't know if it's going to come out, whatever. I know the procedure, I know what to do. It's like if you hire a builder or you hire somebody who's good at what they do, like you ask them, is this going to be good? Listen, I got you. Tell me after. I've lived life long enough to know that I visualize, I'm artistic and creative. I'm not souped up, but I got this. So that's why I'm not even, just take your time and live. I want to live now. See, I tell people, for me, and it's not a 60-year-old thing. It's just a life thing, the way this planet is going. Because one day I'm going to transition, right? Hopefully it'll be well over 100. But the thing is, don't think about the one day. And we have to, because we can't just snap our finger and have all the money we need while being in the system or whatever. But do what you can do now, even if it's just a thought, to visualize your future creatively, what you want, not what anybody else wants. You don't have to go and try to get the big car somebody else wants because you don't know what they did to get it, right? So you visualize about what you want. And like for me, one of the key things that I said, you ever go to a restaurant or somebody's house or a resort or just walking down the street and see something? This place here is a culmination of every place that I ever went to in life and liked something about a part of it. And I remembered it. And I wanted to incorporate it here. This is why, like, I sat out here last night until about 7 a.m. I had to water the plants and stuff. But I came back and I sat down. And I'm not going to leave the computer outside. Ain't nobody going to take it. They got to climb high. But just in case there was a flash rain, even though this is not the rainy season, I could have left my stuff right here. Right. You know, and it would have been all right. And I could have. But you don't want to take a chance of you getting your computer getting rained on. Even though it's covered up. The balcony is, you got that sideways rain. You don't want that. But I didn't just throw it up according to what is standard. I always like one of my steps in the back, because if I'm in the master bedroom and come down to the back, I don't have to walk through the middle floor. I can go down under the carport behind the bottom floor and walk around and leave out the house and not have to see nobody. If I wanted to. If there's somebody sitting in the living room, I'm like, oh man, I can't stand their ass. I don't want to see. There's not gonna be anybody here like that. But I'm just saying that, you know, every possible option, you know, on the catwalk, I might have turntables up there and have the living room filled up with people dancing. You know what I mean? I thought about that too. You know, I mean, I didn't expect this. I knew that this is what we wanted. But on the layout alone, you know, just the layout alone, it can be done. And I can honestly say that America was getting on my nerves and wearing me down. And it was like, will I ever be happy? Say it again?
I said, this is getting on my nerves now and wearing me down. I'm not even 45. This is crazy.
Well, look at it this way.
Everything is lovely. It's something to look at. It's something to look up to. It's something to reach forward to. It's something to be, Brother Lance, proud of you. And Sister Lily. And give her our best.
Definitely.
You probably don't know it. You do, as they say, the kids say, you're doing it big. You're doing something. Okay? Forward, not backwards.
Here's the thing. No, and I thank you for that. But I'm not like fishing for compliments, like denying it so you can compliment me more. No, see, when you're in the middle of it, it's like being in a boxing match, right? And this guy's hitting me and it's hurting, but I'm hitting him back and it's hurting. I feel I'm ahead, but I don't see it like the corner men in the crowd. I go back to my corner and say, man, you screwing up. You effing this man up. But I don't know that because I'm in the fight. So I depend on my corner to tell me the truth. You see what I'm saying? So you're like my corner. So I trust and believe that what you say is true. But in the fight, in the day-to-day, dealing with the guys building, dealing with this guy who's trying to rip you off more, or trying to slack, or get tired. And remember, I still got to create content. I've committed to this years ago. I feel bad sometimes doing one a day. You know what I mean? It's like I want to put out more, but sometimes I just fall out. And there's times with the new stuff I'm doing, there's going to be more stuff. It's going to be a whole lot more stuff. And I already figured it out. I finalized it today. I'm not going to say it on something that other people can hear, but finally I'm there. And I'm happy.
Okay.
Because I have time to create. And I'm dedicated to that. You know what I mean? So
that you are.
Things I've been talking about doing for years, I'm poised to this position that if I do my time right and treat it a certain way, I can produce. I just have so much in my spirit and so much in my soul, so much in my mind that I want to share. Stories, things I've been through. Look, I done told about 5% of the stuff I can tell you. There's so much more to make you laugh. You think, oh God, you don't even know. You don't even know. You ever use a brand new thing of toothpaste and you squeezed it, but then when you go back, you're like, I know it's new, but I can't even tell where I squeezed it. There's no indentation. Okay. That's me. You haven't even scratched the surface.
Okay.
If I can create all day, meaning that there's so much in me that I can create all day and never hit to the end, you know?
We welcome it, and we got to find a way for you to get paid for it, too.
And I appreciate that because I do need, but I just can't try to shame people.
People are making the buck off of foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? People are making the buck off of foolishness. Pure D foolishness.
Yeah,
and
I can
almost
see that.
You can't listen to your program without gleaning without cleaning up your past. There's connecting of dots. Something somebody says, you be like, oh, that fits here. Okay, well, that takes care of my past, something for the present and something for the future, along with something to think about right now. It's always a learning if you choose to listen. It's always learning. I speak to my sister, my flesh sister, about you. Listen, Teresa. Just listen. You're going to get something. It's not foolishness. And when you came to visit me, had you picked it up when I gave it to you, then you'd probably be a little more ahead of yourself than what you are now. Right now, you're raggedy. Okay? I always invite her. Listen. First of all, you don't know enough to talk. Just listen. Okay? The people on there, they're not smart. They're just brilliant. They are high quality. They have lived. They have been through some things. They have a lot to tell. Right. You have to. But everybody has something to tell.
Exactly.
I mistalk all the time. I can't even talk. First of all, I can't type fast enough to say hi. So, but the whole thing is learning. The whole program is learning if you want to. It's something very edifying on there. Like I was telling Tracy, I can listen in my sleep. I fall asleep by accident. I might play it 3 or 4 times, but later on in a couple of days, I remember everything I heard in my sleep.
Wow.
You're still learning. Mm-hmm. You cannot unhear what you heard. That now that makes you accountable for something. Do it. And this for those that's there, it should be mandatory in a whole lot of homes. It really should, because everything is on there is a learning process. Everybody that comes has something to offer.
That's
even
the
comments.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. And by the time I get finished with you, I can't listen to. I don't even know the weather for the next day because I'm not tuned in there. It's all about Lance. I come in, kick my shoes off, I grab my iPad, and I'm signing in. That's the way it go, nonstop.
Wow.
On a regular.
Wow.
Now I done got cute. I got some ear pods, so I take you with me on Saturdays.
That is so.
Yeah, Lance, I listen to Lance when I'm in my corporate office job in my cubicle, and it's crazy because I was listening to a video the other day, and he said, "You sitting there in your cubicle in the office?" I'm like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am sitting here in my cubicle." But it's like it's an escape until somebody tapped me on the shoulder, and then I gotta turn around and look at them like, "What you want?"
Wow.
But it's an escape. It's like he is the therapy session. The show is the therapy session. It really is.
And another thing too, right now,
I appreciate that.
Tracy, while you and I listening to Lance, just hearing his voice, the personal you're learning and you're healing just from hearing his voice. I found that to be true with me. The few times that I have spoke is totally different. There is a healing. There is a healing and a connection.
Somebody told me that the other day, and it was like it blew my mind because here's the thing. YouTube and social media is wide open where you can construct a persona, a look, and engineer it, become that, at least on a facade level, and people flock to you because this is engineered. I'm just being myself. I stutter sometimes. My voice a little gravelly now from talking so much. You hear different sides of me, I'm funny sometimes I'm mad, sometimes I'm, you know what I mean, reminiscent or whatever. This is the same way I speak on a recording or a live show. It's not like I can rest that fake voice now and speak to you. This is me. And I always said when I got on from way back, I said, I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to put on to be somebody else because that's just too hard to do. I can't. So that's why people, when they talk to me on the phone, the first thing they say, you sound just like the way you do on the show. I'm like, that's because that's me.
I'll say this for myself and possibly for others. I can say thanks a million because a lot of it has been very healing. Not a lot of it, almost everything is very healing. It's totally different than what you see outside the front door. Totally. And what people are sitting all huddled up watching and listening to, there's, it's an educational program if you want to learn, if you want to go forward. I can't listen to him for 3 hours. We'll do increments. Can you take like 20 minutes at a time? Okay. That means you don't want it.
Right.
Some people say I can't listen to that long. Okay.
What?
Because you don't want. They have no interest.
And I understand attention spans are different, and sometimes on my monologues,
I'm missing 10-hour shows.
Well, we're gonna have some of that too. It's just a matter of having a participation.
Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Okay, you're now responsible, and you got to be accountable for some action. So right now, a lot of people are not ready to be accountable.
But don't
not
you think
even
that's not mental illness?
Accountable.
Don't you think that's not the mental illness?
Is.
If you can't listen to something for 20 minutes that's constructive, to me that's in the category of mental illness. Like there is something wrong with you if you can't listen to something constructive for 20 minutes.
That's true.
Tracy, it's real possible. Some people don't want self-help right now. And each person comes on is more powerful than the one before. Everybody is powerful, but they have a different talent that they're bringing. Everybody, even the old timers, each of them brings something. Brother, the one that's in Florida, Demetrius Waters. Okay, it's time for him to show up.
I know. I was going to call him the other day because he finally got himself situated in a new place, and I get to know many on such a personal level, but I got to call him. Hey, it's Mr. Political. How you doing? I'm telling you, if I was a young man back in the day, you'd be in trouble, but all I can do is look and dream. How's the song go? I can dream about you, but you better be glad this thing ain't working. I'll make you fall in love. Right now, all I can do is fall down because they better stand up.
I love it when he does my favorite is his political rant.
Say it again?
Yeah.
You said, Mr. Political? I got to get him on. Matter of fact, let me try something.
Gotta smoke Jeannie out.
Let me try something. Let me call him right now. Let me see. Let me call him right now and tell him to call. And get him to call this number. Hold on.
I'm going down to Oakland to find out about him.
I can get him on now.
I like it when he does his rants, Mr. Political. I like it when he does those rants. You know what, Lance? You should have him on the show since it's election year. You should have a special on the show when it gets close to election time and let him come on and
He's probably busy.
Well, let's see because his phone is ringing right now. Hold on. It's not in service. Let me get on Facebook. It's not in service. Yeah, them government checks out the military ain't all that thick now. What's that thing? I might need some cash app. No, let me. That's scaring me now. Number's out of service. You gonna have an Obama phone to be out of service? I got a couple of those. Let me this has happened to you. You're going to log on to Facebook and it's like you don't want to get on there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna go make a new passcode or something. I'm like, wait a second. Facebook always gives me a hard time.
Lance, I don't have Facebook. I be trying to keep up with you, so I can't do all of that other stuff.
I use it for distribution, like to distribute, stuff. It's not like I'm on each separate one talking a separate way now. Oh, good. I'm right in here. Let me. Okay. This is embarrassing. How come why are they putting all these half-naked women in my algorithm? I mean, I can't stop anybody from putting up a profile of their friends or whatever. I'm outside somewhere and open up my phone, go on Facebook, and a butt's right there. Oh, my brother, I know what you're looking at. Stop looking on my shoulder, man. It's not like. Okay, here it is. Let me.
For some people, unfortunately, sex sells.
Let me see here.
You can
and see, they use sex to sell anything. They'll use sex to sell toothpaste, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Latin women, the Brazilian women. They have the women from Indonesia that they pushing out there, and they want to meet black males. I can't figure out all of that, but the little commercials pop up every so often.
Okay, there's activity on his page. I want to see something that he put up. Let's see. Somebody wished him happy birthday last month. It's not like he's on there all the time. So somebody made a dummy page. I'm just going to put on there. I'm trying to reach you. Call me. I hate to do that publicly, but What really hurt me was when Michael Hamer transitioned. That came out of nowhere. You know, when his daughter called me, and as soon as she said I'm Michael Hamer's daughter, I was like, oh God. You know, that was a shock. Even though I know he had like health issues and stuff with his heart. I don't know exactly how it happened, but to get that, because he had called me 3 weeks before, you know, and the way he is in real life, I mean, like on the video is the way he is in real life. Hello, Brother Lance, you know, I got something I want to share with you, you know, that heart chakra in the brain, you know, see what the black man, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, when he talks, he hypnotizes you. 3 hours later, you sitting there like a charmed snake. You know, just give him a message here. I hope everything is all right. Trying to reach out to you. Give me a call. See, this is scary. I mean, it's good and rewarding, you know, but maybe there's sometimes people, they're not to be faulted for their ailments, but some people that never took care of themselves. I'm not saying anybody in particular, but at this age, you start getting a lot of those phone calls, you know, and it just changes your world. So that's why I'm trying to be that squeezed out tube of toothpaste and get all this stuff out of me. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want to transition with all these stories inside of me and experiences. I have to get this out and share it, like Miles Monroe, to die empty. Let it all out.
Right.
Somebody else can benefit.
Where's Jeannie at and Brother Dave? They got smoked them out
another
too.
One. I gotta call him too. I haven't heard from him. Matter of fact, we're on the calling spree tonight. Now, if he picks up, probably have to duck out and talk to him for a little while. But I've been meaning to call him, and it's just, let me see, Dave. Okay, if he picks up, you know, I'm just gonna ring him. Let me see. See what he says. I'll put it on mute. If you hear me talk to him, I'm gonna put it on mute.
Not yet.
Like, who you talking to? It's ringing. I don't like this. The man, like, better pick up. Be busy. He might be busy or something, but okay, I'm gonna hang up on.
He'll probably call you back.
Yeah, he will. Yeah. We had some plans on doing certain things, but he hasn't called me. You know?
Okay.
So just put my number here again for him. I hope these aren't Mr. Political. You know, Mr. Political's a little older, so I'm a little more concerned. Like Dave is a little younger. But, you know, it's not like an age thing, but it's like, okay. Okay. Okay, all right, let me shoot this message out. Mr. Political.
Now,
I didn't even put it in his inbox.
Show up, I'm just going to be all giggles.
So you know what? He did a video back in the day. He did one a few years ago. Come on. Diabetes is the black man best friend. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna get no child support on top of what I've been paying. And you know, ain't nobody gonna accuse me of doing nothing. How am I gonna rape somebody when I ain't got no bullets in the gun? Or shoot somebody when I ain't got no bullets in the gun? I got the gun, but I ain't got no bullets. I can't make no babies. Only reason why I need a condom for is to just not get a disease, baby, because I ain't gonna get you pregnant.
Okay.
So what little feeling I can get, I can enjoy myself. It's just that now I gotta find somebody who will bite my old ass right now.
He's very enjoyable.
And then
but he
when you
point
go
across.
Huh?
Then when he was doing that video, I had to holler because he was like, "Ladies, the stomach is not the new titty." I'm like, what?
I know. That happened to me a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie. I was a teenager. And this young lady had a little stomach. She was very attractive. She just had a little weight on her. And I'm feeling around the side of the belly for the nipple. And she took her hand and put it right there. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was feeling around, it was the titty. She was mad. I wasn't trying to be funny. That was a long time ago. 1970 something. Oh my God. I want to tell the funny stories, but I'm scared people will like not say, oh, I'm losing respect for you. Because I'll tell them in a respectful way. But I have a lot of funny stories along them lines. But for those nights, I wouldn't put it in every show, but like for those nights where I'm being funny, I got a lot of funny stories. You know what I mean? I like to do them, but I'm a little apprehensive sometimes. You know,
I miss the Bus Chronicles. The Bus Chronicles are my favorite.
Oh, the bus stop confessions, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, I can do more of those because I got unlimited bus stories. Matter of fact, I'll do something this weekend, talk about some stuff, because that's what I say. My life has been about a life of all of these stories. I never lived a boring life. I didn't realize it, though. I thought everybody got stories now, but every day, it's never a dull moment with me. Even just living normal. Even since I moved down here, I got all kind of stuff. It's like, damn. And they're building up more than I can let them out. I'm backed up. I'm constipated with stories here. That's why I sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom and be like, let me go hit this button down there and record something and just leave it, and I'll fix it up tomorrow. I do that. Some things from the past. Your friends of mine, I know them for all these years. Remember that time, Lance? When the cops pulled you out of that van? I was like, oh, don't bring that up. Yeah, you had that lady in there with you, and it was below freezing, and you had a T-shirt on, and they made you stand out. It was right next to a club, and you didn't know it, but now all of a sudden the whole street's packed up on the west side of Manhattan, and they told you to keep your hands up. You said, no, I can't do it, because when your hands were down, your thing was covered. When you put your hands up, the whole world saw everything you had. And they were laughing because it was so cold, everything shrunk. I was like, don't remind me. I'm like, I'm glad they didn't have smartphones back then. Oh my God. Laughing. Ooh, and the feet. I didn't have no shoes on. I took them off. This lady was on me, and I was like, okay, we'll pull over right here. And we were heading back to her place, but she was too, I want you now. I was okay, all right, no problem. All of a sudden, all these lights, and it lit up oh my God. It was just going to be a little quick, little introduction. And, now I'm naked, half naked. And one of the people going by, they said, he got his hands up and he's marching. And I was like, yo, just go concrete and pick up your feet one at a time, too. I was walking in place. Man, that thing was cold. And they were so sarcastic. I said, can I at least get my shoes? They let her stay in there.
That's the New Yorkers for you. Mm-hmm. That's the New Yorkers for you.
Yep. And when one of the guys walked away from the van, oh my God, she's got a nice pair of tits. I'm like, oh man, come on, man, let me get back in there. He looked at me when he said it. Being sarcastic.
Washing your face.
The bad part about it is you got to think about these situations too, because the cops are asking her, do you know him? She, of course I know him. Look what I'm doing. And it was like 2 blocks off a prostitution area, but she wasn't a prostitute.
Okay.
Are you sure? What is his last name? And she didn't know my last name. It wasn't like we were dating for months. Whatever. It was one of them kind of things. I met you last week. You know what I mean? So they're asking me like, what is her last name? I was like, I don't know. And they were like really grilling us. So I said, listen, we met, so and so and so and so. This is what it was. You know, I can tell you, back in them days. Oh my God, funny stuff. I was. What about this? Is like erotic confessions. the dark side of Lancescurv. I was in Brooklyn one night, and
you sure you want this recorded?
I have to delete it off or make a set. Yeah, I'll talk decent. We'll have a separate private session that I can let it all hang out. Y'all can giggle. It won't be judgmental. Because I was never a predator toward women, like hawking them and after them. You know, I had a nice body, nice face, and I was a gentleman. So I never said no, like, no. You know, it was like things came to me. I didn't have it like other guys that they had to come with gimmicks. I was just a thoughtful gentleman, good conversation, and things happen. You know, so I was telling a friend of mine, a platonic friend of mine earlier today, I said, you'll never have anybody come back and say, man, Lance was on me, he harassed me, he just kept bothering me, and then I gave in. No. There were some women, I'll say this much, that expected that from me who didn't really know me. And well into the time that they were like, I'm ready to throw something his way. I'm still talking, being a gentleman. Because I had to be sure. Now, one woman went to another girlfriend of hers that knows me. Is that guy gay? Because he's so smooth, but he's not pressing on nothing. I wasn't that kind of guy to be pressing up on you like that. You know, when I knew, but I took time. And they like that because he's spending time. You know, but you have some women who are like, they want them guys to be up on them like that. You know, it's crazy. And a lot of people put on me more than what really happened. Oh, I've had way more than my fair share of experiences, but just in the visible way, and their mind was like, yeah, I know he's doing that with her. And it might not be that way. There was a stripper that I knew, and I can tell this part, right? I used to drive, like when I was driving a commuter van in New York, a dollar van and stuff. I left my job. It was paying like better money than my job. I ran into a lot of different types, and I knew one lady who was doing some stripping, dancing and stuff, and she wanted to ride to Jersey, and I gave it to her, and I waited for her, and I came back with all these other strippers who lived in New York. Dun, dun, dun. Now I had a new hustle. Every weekend, I'm going from state to state, driving these strippers, and they paid me well. I wasn't trying to rip them off, but they were making good money back then, and they were like, we're going to pay you this $1,000 up front, and we're going to pay you the $1,000 after the weekend, right? We make our money, because they can go right to where they want to go. They didn't have to go pay 50 million cab fares. And then if we went from New York to like Virginia, because with strippers, they don't want to stay in the same club and the same clientele, see the same women. They circulate where they're new again. So I may have to drive from state to state to get the hotel room. And I'm not doing nothing with them, but I might have been on the couch and they were all in the bed. Some of them messing with each other. But I was like security also. And when they were dancing, they would hand me their money and I'd put it in different pockets. This your pocket, that's your pocket. So it was an all-in-one thing. They fed me, took care of the room, $1,000 up front. That depended. It might be less if it's like something local. So make a long story short, there was one that I knew that was a little older than the rest of them. She was like in her early 30s. And me and her got along well. And every guy was looking to like get with her. And she had also did magazine work. So in that circuit of things, in that world of strip clubs and girly magazines, she was like famous. And so she had a daughter that she really wanted to put through a special school. So she was doing that for that. Smart woman. But it was hard for her because she was going through things with her family who didn't like the fact of what she did, and they saw magazines before the internet really took off. It was around, but so she was upbeat, very driven, had a very good job now. You know, she was in the healthcare industry and she had degrees and stuff like that, but she could make more in one weekend than she could, you know, in a week or sometimes two. And it was messing with her. Oh. And so she was a platonic friend to me. But guys couldn't see that. So sometimes she's like, Lance, I just want somebody to talk to who's not going to see me as a piece of ass or just wants sex from me and whatnot. I said, no problem. I'll come by. You want me to bring anything for you? No, we'll just go by the Jamaican spot. Bring me some curry gold and whatnot. And I'll pay you. I said, don't worry about it. And so I go up there sometime, and I had a very distinctive van that everybody knew. It was pimped out, not like ugly, but it was a very nice van. And so when I would pull up to a place and people knew me all over. Oh, Lance, I know where you going. Busted. Oh, shit. Damn, I know you're going to tear it up. I'm like, yo, man, shut up. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? Here we have a young lady who was, I mean, that was none of their business. I didn't tell them that, but she's a little down. And what guys don't understand is that there are women who will be a little depressed, a little down, and their way of pampering themselves is getting a little wine, lighting some candles, dressing up in some lingerie, and sitting there by themselves, just like, I don't need a man around me. But why would she call me? Because she knew that in our travels that she saw more into me. And she had a devastating body. I mean, beautiful, sexy. But it's not always about that. And that's what has separated me from a lot of men. They only see the one thing, which by not seeing the one thing, not in her case, but in other cases, it afforded me certain amenities with them that it didn't come that way to them. See, so here we are, sitting up in this gorgeous woman's place. She's got lingerie, but I know her body because when she did the VIP and the stripping, I know every inch of her body. Look, I done been through all kind of stuff. It wasn't like, but I understood the vibe. She needed a man to talk to. I've seen her have sex with people. I've seen her give blowjobs. I've seen her do all this stuff. And I still respected her after, and I always respected the ladies after they did things. Not like, well, I think that what you're doing is the epitome of womanhood. I would love to find a wife like you who just laid in the bed with 10 different guys. No, there was never 10. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. It wasn't like, we ain't looking for that, but and it's not like most people are virgins anyway, but it was like, and I'll tell you what happened between us. It was almost like a regular thing, not every week, but every other month. Lance, I need you. And I love hanging out with her. Great conversation, just intimacy without sex. And so we'd be sitting there and she would talk about what was bothering her. I'd give her a little advice. She'd like, just can I lay on you and just hug you? Because I was non-threatening, non-hidden agenda, secret motivation, my favorite term, masculine energy. And I would go to bed with her sometime. And I'd sleep. And we're hugged up. And nothing happening. Now, most men, what are they going to do? Yeah, man, I tore that up. I'm telling you, I didn't. And most people would say, oh, that's you simping. You should have, she using you. No, she's a human being. She's a human being. And she'd cry. And I'd hold her and reassure her and tell her nice things to build her up because she was working hard. She was stripping. She had problems on the job. Teachers at the door to school, giving her, she made lots of money, but it wasn't that. And then the first time she turned around and tried to give me money. I'm like, I didn't come here to get money out of you. She really cried. And after a while, righteously, in a platonic way, she fell in love with me. Not the kind of love like, I'm going to marry you and whatever, but she's like, you could never do me no wrong, Lance. I love you so much. You're the only man that just gave me time and got into me. And we hugged and I cried. You wiped up my tears. How many men, I'm going to say it the lewd way. How many men are going to be up in a woman's apartment 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in the bed? She got lingerie on, half naked. Cootie cat right there. We're hugged. She'll turn around, I might spoon her and hug. My thing was between her butt cheeks, and I wasn't thinking about that. I have to say it. So there's more to this world than just the carnal. I can talk about all my carnal exploits, but nobody wants to hear the other stuff, the real human stuff. I lost contact with her.
Remarkable.
I wish that I can bring her on the show. She'd come, but I lost contact. Who knows if she moved down south or moved here, moved there. It was the 90s. The 90s to me is the other day. That was a while ago. And I know she never forgot me. And I wasn't trying to play her like, yeah, I'm going to act like and I'm going to sneak up on it, whatever. There's a lot of women I know like that. I really love my sisters. I've done things with them sexually, and it was consenting. I wasn't trying to be slick. That's just part of growing up. And I was a stripper at one time. And I was a bodybuilder at one time. And I had the juices of youth flowing through me. I'd get horny sometime. And 2 horny people locked up in a room. What y'all gonna do? It don't mean you're a bad person. My dear friend Maureen, who died last year in January. The first 2 weeks after we met each other, we were like rabbits. After that, something happened. We really appreciated each other. And we'd hang out the same way. And she'd tell me about her little boyfriends, whatever. I'd tell her about little things. And she really loved me, and I really love her. We went beyond. See, this is the part that people don't want to hear about me. The guys who always see women one way. Oh, man, you front. You ain't, man, you lying, man. You ain't been up in, no, not the way that girl looked. Come on, man. I've been around more than what you would even imagine.
Make sure to go to Lancescurv.com, an online magazine established in 2001. Containing written articles, thousands of talk shows and discussions, cutting-edge cartoons, as well as erotic expressions